Odyssey Sports Station. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty.
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
A show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Here's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Likens.
All right, welcome in. It is a beautiful rainy Thursday here on 96.5 The Fan. Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens is out today. He is playing golf. Yeah, he got the opportunity to play the old course at St. Andrews, so he's hopping over there. Got word from one of the guys in the old number 5s, our friend Brock. He made so much money playing Mac's wedding that he had money for a private jet. Him and Dusty are flying over to the old course at St. Andrews to play around Brock today. There you go. So Brock did a good job. You hear Mac's voice. He's back in for JT today. Welcome in. Thanks for filling in for JT. We appreciate that. Okay. Appreciate you filling in for Nolan, for Nathan as well. So thank you very much for doing all of that today. It's hard getting up early. I mean, you know, people who aren't used to this, it's tough for them.
It is. Sleep has been tough the past month in general, but that's a whole different thing.
I would imagine.
Yes, but no, I'm back, baby. I'm back. What is going on? Very excited to see you, Bob. Haven't seen you since the wedding, so good to see you, man.
Good to see you. I'm a lot less sweaty than I was at your wedding.
Gosh,
so I mean,
everyone was.
Do you realize? And I don't mean this in a mean way at all. And Dusty and I have obviously talked about this since you've been gone for the last week or so. That time of your wedding, from 2 to 7 on that day, was literally the hottest time in Kansas City this year.
It was insane. It was like walking into. It swallowed you outside.
I'm not kidding. Like, I saw that night they go from 2 to 7 was the hottest point of the year in Kansas City, and I'm like, we were outside.
We were. Hey, ceremony was short though.
Oh, it was perfect. Yeah,
very
it was
short.
Great. Yeah, wonderful.
But no, it was insanely hot. It was. Hey, rather that than rain. But my God, it was hot. Yeah. Sweltering.
Brutal. But you know what? I walked up, and we knew it was going to be hot, and I looked at Jen, and I go, here's what we're going to do. We're embracing this. Everybody's going to be sweaty. Who the hell cares?
It is what it is.
Just embrace it, right?
Yeah.
Just absolutely 100% embrace it. And everybody looked like that dude at the national anthem who was crying with his eye watering, like the pouring out, or Chris Jones's tear, it's like everybody was just pouring out. So, we sit down at the wedding, and I don't know if you've heard this story. Some guy sitting next to my wife, I don't know who it is, a very small wedding, right?
Yeah.
Jen sits down, and she looks at this guy, she goes, so Mac? No, he just put on a suit in the hottest day of the year to sit out here because he heard there was going to be a wedding. And he's on the groom's side.
Oh, Mac?
I've heard of it.
That's great. Yeah, there's 80 people there.
So I looked at it, I go, are you really asking, you have to talk that much to ask this guy this question?
Did
you know? So Mac? Who? Never heard of the guy.
That's so great.
Oh, my God. I mean, it's unbelievable.
That is hilarious. That's so funny. I've not heard that. That's great.
Yeah, so do you know Mac? No, I don't. Who's he? There's only 79 others here that may know who this guy is, but he's the one up there crying and getting married. Oh, that guy. Yeah, I know him. Yeah. Malachi, that's how I know him.
Yes.
So.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was blubbering quite a bit, but it was
great. It was perfect. It was wonderful. It was all you, and your emotions that day were you, and that was really genuine, and
Appreciate
that was cool, and it was awesome. And I was thinking about it like you cried a lot. I don't know that I've ever really seen anybody in happy tears cry like that. It looked like sad tears. It looked like emotional tears. But it's you, and that's good, and that's the way it should be. You should never be ashamed of being yourself and who you are. And on your wedding day, the biggest day of the year, you got your emotions out, and it was wonderful. It was like you watched that, and you're like, okay, he's so in love with this girl, man. It's like it's really cool. It was really fun to watch, and now make sure that she gets half of your debt too. Just sign up for that. Make sure half of my debt is now yours. So hey, I get no respect anyway. But so you're back and you're ready to roll, and it's football season,
baby.
and we're here, and
let's do this.
We've got the Hall of Fame game tonight, which I think think, everybody's going to watch for about 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how long, the drives go. And it's good to fill the void of, there's been no sports since the World Cup. And so it's nice to have kind of this void filled. And beginning tonight, and I know you got your tight pants on, but 21 straight Thursdays now with a football game in a row. 21 straight Thursday nights now. We'll have a football game of some sort on TV.
That's
somewhere
really
Binkley
exciting.
is celebrating. Did you get text from Binkley yesterday, by the way?
I did not get a text
You
from
did not
Bink.
get text from Binkley yesterday. Okay, because I did yesterday. It's the fall beers, and he got it yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And he said, all I need now is football. Well, you got a game tonight, Jay.
Cardinals,
You got
Panthers.
the Cardinals and Panthers tonight. And I know we're all going to roll our eyes and joke, and, oh, my God, it's preseason. It's the Hall of Fame game. But this is also an opportunity to say, all right, we're kind of back into the flow. My wife goes back to school today for the teachers start reporting today.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Students
we're there.
report next week. Folks are starting to take their kids to college. Shout out to the Maloneys.
Yeah.
They're taking AJ down to Arkansas today.
Saw that.
And I mean, that's emotional. I feel bad for Rob. I really do, because for your whole life, you've raised your son. You've got your wife. You've got your 2 daughters. You've got your dog. You're dropping your son off at Arkansas, and now it's just you and all the women, Rob. Welcome to my world, okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to the last 17 years of my life, where you have nobody of the same sex to lean on in your house. And when things go haywire, brother, I can't wait to see Rob Maloney with 2 daughters and a wife and his son in Arkansas now.
You're on your own.
It's going to be great. And so all of this is starting to happen. Like, it's happening fast. I was just talking to Jenny Matthews down there of our sister station, The Wolf, and she's like, man, they're getting ready to go back. I go, I know, it's happening really fast. She goes, this is like the last couple of days of where there's just nothing going on, and then boom, it hits hard next week, and everybody's going and everybody's moving and everybody's like back to, kind of pre-summer life, back to our quote unquote normal world. And football's a big part of that. And so for the next 21 Thursdays, sorry folks, for the next 21 Thursdays, we're all going to be very busy watching the National Football League. And tonight it'll be fun. It'll be the pageantry. It'll be the Hall of Fame game. It'll be all the Hall of Famers will be out there. We'll get to see a little bit of football, and then we'll all bounce because no starting quarterback is playing in this game.
Is that the case? Yeah, I was wondering that.
Nobody's playing in this game. You're seeing Carson Beck start for Arizona, and you're seeing also the guy with the little arms, Kenny Pickett. He's going to be starting for the Carolina Panthers. And so those 2 guys are playing out there tonight, and it's just fun to have football back, though, and kind of get real life started. And we're here at the fall part of the year, and it's the busiest part of the year for a lot of people. And I think we're all ready to go. I think people are excited for the start of this football season.
Yeah, dude, I'm so ready. And I think you're right. It is part of the seasonal clock. It really is. It doesn't feel like fall until, okay, pigskin's in. We're snapping the football. Here we go. In 9 days, we'll have Chiefs football. I know it's a preseason game, but we'll see Patrick Mahomes, I would think.
I would think you have to at this point,
come on,
right?
It's happening. For 3 games, we'll see the rookies that we've talked about, nonstop that you guys have, I guess, for the last week or so because of training camp and all these things. We'll see all of the Chiefs players. Travis Kelce, who looks fantastic in training camp, which, by the way, come on, we've told you that. He's going to be good again.
I told you.
Yeah, we've told you this.
The stupid AI dad bod photos that are out there. I mean, funny, yes. Hysterical, yes. And I'm sure Travis actually is laughing his ass off.
Of course.
That dude looks like a chiseled Adonis. Everything looks healthy. Legs look good. All that
the
stuff.
clips are fantastic. He's got the hands, as we know.
Him and Mahomes are connecting on some serious passes already. It's just
tight windows.
The dude is still making double moves over people and making them look foolish.
Over corners and safeties.
He's been in the league 14 years now. We talked about it at the Super Bowl with the tight end of Arizona. I'm drawing
Trey McBride.
Trey McBride, yeah. Because we talked about him with Ben. We'll come up at 7:15. But Trey McBride, I was telling him how to do those double moves that Kelce has. Come on, man. We all know what he's going to do. And that's the best part about Travis Kelce. That's why he's a freaking superstar, Mac, because you know exactly what he's going to do. And he still kicks your ass.
Exactly.
And laughs at
That's
you.
what the greatest of all time do. They let you know what they're going to do. You've seen all the tape, and then still it's inevitable. That's what's going to happen. And then all of a sudden, Cyrus Allen, obviously, he's a star. We can talk about him later. I know all the injury stuff make people mad, but we can talk about that later. I've got some takes on that. And Xavier Worthy looks to be really good. I've talked about him making that step.
If he can stay healthy.
If he can stay on the field. I know there's an injury right now that he's,
He can be all right.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. Exactly. He's nursing. He'll be back. I feel really good about him taking a step, and we know what Rashee Rice can do on the football field. Man, it's getting me excited. Plus, they'll have a running game. I'm seeing under center snaps and OTAs.
Oh, yeah.
Pure under center plays.
Look, and Andy's making a joke out of it as well because everybody's asking, you going to run the ball more? And he said a couple of times now already, and week into we're running it on every play. So he's in on the bit, which is good. He needs to be in on the bit.
Yes.
As well, to show everybody, to show the fans. But that's the best thing about the Chiefs. They're always in on the bit. Whatever the bit is, whatever the fans are talking about, whatever the fans are saying about, the Chiefs are in tune, and they know exactly what's going on. Just judge on their social media clips, right? Everybody talking about Travis Kelce. Well, let's show Travis Kelce doing some great things and some amazing things. Let's show Patrick Mahomes running around. Let's make sure we feature Josh Simmons blocking people. Let's make sure that we're out here showing the right tackle doing some good things. Let's go make sure we're showing the defensive backs doing their things. Show a couple of big plays from Cyrus Allen. Like, they know what they're doing out there. They're in on the bit, and that's a good thing. You want your team in on the bit to be open to understand what's going on instead of being obtuse about the whole thing.
Yeah, like have some self-deprecation, as we always talk about, too. Like if Andy Reid was getting perturbed by those statements on the running, I actually, all those sorts of things, it would be like, hey, man, chill. But saying that, making a joke out of it goes, oh, okay, great. He understands this. He knows what's happening. And seeing those pure under center run plays and pure under center pass plays, we've talked about this, but to remind everyone, 0 pure under center pass plays all of last season. 0.
Well, when was the last time they had one in any season, Mac?
Exactly. Just to drop back under center and pass the football. And what did they release? To your point, what did they release yesterday? A fantastic under center pass play for a touchdown to 87. Right. That's exactly what we all want to see, man. I'm excited. 9 days away. Let's go.
Give me what I want. Give us what we want, and let us enjoy it. And don't try to act like you're the smartest guys in the room either. And and they are. And Andy Reid, he is, right?
Yes.
He could act like the smartest guy in the room, but he doesn't. And that's why I have so much positive, energy towards this season, Mac, is because I know how they feel. I know they're smarting off of 6-11. And I know who's leading our organization. He is one of the greatest of all time. He's one of the top 3 greatest coaches in the history of the NFL.
No doubt.
And there's no disputing that. The only 2 that are better because of wins are Shula and obviously the cheater down there in North Carolina, Jordan's guy.
Belichick, yeah.
So you got those 2 guys, and that is it. That is ahead of Andy Reid. And seeing this kind of the self-deprecation.
You could argue Shula. We could have an argument.
You could, but I mean, he did coach 2 teams.
No, but I'm saying we could argue isn't that what you said?
Shula and Belichick are the 2 ahead of him with wins.
Yeah. And I'm just saying you could argue that Andy is too.
Oh, I would make the case that he's the greatest.
Yeah.
But I'm biased. Okay.
Of course, yeah.
I am very biased in this one. But I could sit here today, and if you said to me in 24 hours you have to present a case why Andy Reid is the greatest head coach in NFL history, I could do that in no time.
Yeah.
He skates circles around Bill Belichick because Belichick only won with Tom Brady. Andy Reid's won with every damn quarterback he's ever had. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about like Super Bowls, obviously. Belichick didn't even win regular season games with guys not named Tom
Playoffs,
Brady.
Super Bowl appearances,
right? Like
success.
This guy's had success with literally every quarterback. He took a guy out of jail and went to the playoffs with him.
It's true.
I mean, that's how good Andy Reid is.
Well, he took a guy in Alex Smith as well, who, his career
left for dead.
Was over. Yeah, everyone's done.
Yeah.
See you later. We'll give you Alex Smith.
Yeah, fine. We'll take Alex Smith. Maybe you say maybe the greatest trade in organizational history. You could make the case for why it was the greatest trade in organizational history because of where we are today. And so, that's why I'm so bullish on this season and so excited about this season and why I believe this season's going to be good because they get it. They get it. They're not trying to hide behind anything and say, oh, no, we're just fine, and we're not going to do anything that the fans want. We're just fine. Everything's good. No, they went and improved on every area where the fans were ticked off about what was going on. Coming up here on 96.5 The Fan, we talked a little bit about this the other day with Akron, but if you could call the first 3 plays for the Chiefs season this year, which would you do? And there's a twist to this Akron thing that I don't think anybody ever knew. We'll tell you about it next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Saquon Thornton, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are saying, hey, man, let's go. Let us take your yard from a mess and turn it into something beautiful, just like we did over at the Fescoe house. And that's because we could not figure out our yard for years. 12 years we're trying to figure out this thing. And you're probably thinking, why didn't you do something sooner, Bob? I'm like, because I thought I could do it by myself. But then I realized I couldn't, so I called the college-educated professionals at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, and they took it from there. And they took a mess and turned it into the best-looking lawn on the block, almost overnight, right? They came out, they seeded, they watered it, they treated it. They did all those things that are necessary to give you that best yard, and Aspen Lawn and Pest Control knocks it out of the park every single time. And now we can sit outside and enjoy our yard because we have the mosquito dome. Gone are the mosquitoes. Gone are the fleas. Gone are all the pests that are in that yard, so it's safe for us and our dog as well. Right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
That wreck really took everything off track. Can't work, can't help with the kids. The bills are stacking up.
Then stop waiting. Call the Car Crash Kings, SWL Injury Law. Car crashes, that's what they do.
Yeah?
Yeah, they go to work so you can get your life back and get paid what you're owed.
Don't get pushed around. Visit us at SWL Injury Law today for your free consultation. We're the Car Crash Kings. It's what we do.
Visit SWLinjuryLaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey, Kansas City, it's Johnny Dare. Everyone shopping New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram and Paola have been saving an unbelievable amount of money on brand new trucks, Jeeps, and SUVs that have slight cosmetic damage from the spring hailstorm. New Century has a wide variety of these vehicles left that are priced to sell. Save thousands and still receive all the factory incentives. Go see my friends at New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram while these deals last. Remember, you'll always pay less in Paola.
See dealer for details.
The last 3 days of our summer sale are here. Save from 30 to 50% on suits, sports coats, and sportswear at Peter's Clothiers. Find the look you want at the price you'll love. Visit Peter's Clothiers at 124th and State Line.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Hey, it's Carter Jensen, and this is your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Life's better in a Ford. This update brought to you by Shawnee Mission Ford. Trouble in Belton, 49 northbound, shut down at Cass Parkway. A forced exit and detour there away from the freeway to get around an accident much earlier. It's about 2.5 miles of heavy traffic to get through. Long, slow crawling traffic. You should avoid this completely. Exit and seek an alternate route. Whether you're headed across town or across Kansas City, enjoy the drive. This report brought to you by Shawnee Mission Ford. Visit ShawneeMissionFord.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
All right, coming up in a couple of minutes, the gift that everybody wanted was received yesterday here in Kansas City. We'll tell you what that is coming up in about 5 minutes or so here on 96.5 The Fan. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, and then the story kind of developed as the day went along, which is sometimes stories like this happen, where you see this cool story, and then later in the day, more information comes out, and you're like, oh, that's the why to everything that was going on. And this story came out of Akron University, where they're basically auctioning off the opportunity to call the first, 3 plays of the season or something like that, the first drive of the season.
I think so, the first drive.
Yeah, that's what it is. Make history and be the lucky season ticket holder to design the opening drive of the home opener when the Akron Zips host Robert Morris, right? And I'm like, okay, it's Akron football, right? Who cares? There's not a lot of diehard Acronians out there, I wouldn't think, or people who are rooting for the Akron football team to do good things, right? It's probably a small fan base. So what everybody's trying to do now in sports is obviously to grow their fan base. And the way you do that is to involve fans, be entertaining. It's not about the games on the field. It's about, how do we engage folks? How do we engage our fans? And this is a pretty cool thing. You get the opportunity to design. Awesome. So they're asking people, to buy season tickets. If you do, you'll be registered to design the first, drive of the game for the team. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. Then you come to find out Akron doesn't have an offensive coordinator.
Oh, my gosh. What? So you're almost auditioning for the job.
Yes. That's great. Yeah, there's no offensive coordinator in Akron right now. So some coach is like, the hell with this. I'll just pin it on the fans. So I love it, though. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I love it. It's great. It's a fun idea, but then to find out, they don't have an offensive coordinator. You're like,
now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because if they had one, they'd be like, no, I'm not giving up my play calling duties to a fan for the opening drive of our season. We don't have one, whatever.
Yeah, we don't have an offensive play caller, so the fans get to do
That's fantastic.
the first drive. So what would you do if you were the Chiefs?
I think I'm starting off with a run. I'm going to start off with Ken Walker. I'm going to start off.
I'm doing 3 straight power at 5s with Ken
just
Walker.
Boom, up the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting off with an under center run, and then I'm going to try, some sort of play action bomb to either Cyrus Allen or Xavier Worthy. And then I'm going to hit 87 on third down if we don't have it yet. I'm going to hit 87 on a slant route or just have him do improv, go out there and get open sort of thing and get the fans what they want. But that's what I want to do. I want to give the fans what they want the first 3 plays of the game. Here's K9, here's a deep bomb from 15, and then, hey, the best connection football's ever seen, 15-87.
Right, exactly. And for me, it is the best connection. But for me, I think I'm running the football. Just despite everybody, I'm not throwing a pass in the opening game.
Yeah. You want runs? Here you go.
67 runs for Kenneth Walker, all between the tackles. Chiefs win 7-3.
Yeah.
What are we, back to Marty Ball here? I mean, come on now.
You asked for it.
Yeah, exactly. Be careful what you wish for because we may get it, right? And that's fine as long as they win games. Who the hell cares?
Exactly.
And so that would be a lot of fun. You guys can weigh in as well on the Jays Southland Tow Service text line, 913-586-7965. What would your first 3 plays be if you were calling them to start the season for the Kansas City Chiefs? Well, the biggest story of the day yesterday, and it's going to be the biggest story, moving forward for the next 12 hours probably, is the fact that Arrowhead Stadium is officially back. It is no longer GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. That agreement ended yesterday, and we have just moved on, and now it is officially Arrowhead. And I really, I'm not going to lie, I got a little emotional reading the news release yesterday because the Chiefs did it the right way. When you look at a deal like this, we all know what happened in a deal like this. It was time to move on, right? And the way that the Chiefs phrased it yesterday and the way that they presented it, I got emotional reading their press release because it was like, we're returning to Arrowhead for our final couple of years at Arrowhead Stadium. GEHA and us have agreed to, do this, and it's for the fans. And every fan always called it Arrowhead, right? It was never something that truly caught on here in Kansas City. Mm-hmm. Kansas Cityans were not calling it GEHA Field at Arrowhead. You know who was, though? Jim Nantz, Al Michaels, the networks and all that kind of stuff. They were the ones, and Mitch and all those guys on the radio and all the marketing and branding. Great branding. The Chiefs did an unbelievable job with this relationship with GEHA. I mean, if you're thinking of going into a partnership with the Kansas City Chiefs, you're absolutely 1,000% making the right decision because they take care of their partners, man. I mean, GEHA was everywhere.
Yeah.
for the Kansas City Chiefs, and rightfully so. They paid a big, lump sum, but the Chiefs really did a good job of making sure their partners stood out. But now for the rest of time, if you will, the next 4 years, 5 years, however long we're looking at it, it's just going to be Arrowhead Stadium. And that really is a fitting way for all of this to kind of go out as we sunset Arrowhead Stadium and get ready to open the new digs over in Kansas in 2031-ish.
2031. Yeah, no, it's perfect. This is great. This is exactly what you want. Obviously, GHA releasing their statement, kind of making it seem like they're doing the Chiefs a favor and, we're going to go back to Arrowhead. No, they probably didn't want to spend all that money anymore, and that's what it was, and that's great. That's fine. But this is perfect for the fans. Obviously, like you said, Arrowhead never left. But it is going to feel nice when that first primetime game, Monday Night Football against the Broncos, when whoever it is, Jim Nantz, name your play-by-play guy, says, "Hey, we're back in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium," not the GHA at Arrowhead, just your classic Arrowhead Stadium, one of the best stadiums in sports history, right here.
Dude, you're giving me goosebumps. Stop. Seriously, stop. My back hair is standing up right now.
It's what we want.
It is what we want. And I don't know what it was yesterday, and I'm just going to be real because that's what we are, right? Yeah. We're real to each other on this show.
Of course.
I saw the word Arrowhead, and I just got really emotional. Mm-hmm. I just went, yes, that's just the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
And I love the fact that we're going to close the stadium out with its given name that Lamar Hunt wanted. And it was his stadium. And they're moving away from Lamar's legacy by leaving Arrowhead, which I still think is a big deal for the Hunt family because
huge.
Their dad was a visionary with that stadium, right? Kansas City were visionaries with both of those stadiums. That was the era of the cookie cutter stadium. Kansas City said, no, we're not doing that. Mm-hmm. We're doing one for each. And stadiums were modeled after those stadiums for many years later. The Meadowlands, the Giant Stadium, was an original carbon copy of Arrowhead Stadium. And obviously we have all the greatest architectural firms here in Kansas City that have designed these stadiums all over the world. So we're blessed to have that right here where all of these firms are based. So it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be great. It's going to have the history of Arrowhead. But there was just something about seeing that word Arrowhead that just brought back all the memories, man, all the 90s stuff, Carl and Marty and Vermeil and, seeing Lamar for the, first 6 years that I did this job. And, all of those great memories that people had that maybe didn't result in the championships, but it got this organization started underneath your feet, right? Everybody kind of caught on in the late 80s, early 90s when Carl showed up and saved the franchise. And move this thing forward, and everybody went to games at Arrowhead, and it became a FOMO, and you didn't want to miss a game, and it was amazing, and it was awesome, and then Mahomes, and all this stuff is going on, and we get to have the last 4 years in the place where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be at Arrowhead Stadium for the last 4 years, and I think fans are really going to be pumped up and excited about that.
I mean, it's going to be awesome to just see the Arrowhead sign by itself. And, like you mentioned, it wasn't the championships that you talk about during those eras, but even for me, not maybe the 90s, early 2000s, mid-aughts, my memories are in Arrowhead Stadium. Even if they were losing or winning, I remember my first game, cold against the Colts on the very, very tippy top. Could walk over and touch a cloud, basically. And I had so much fun. Yeah, we got our asses kicked, but I was in Arrowhead Stadium having a great time with Chiefs fans, man.
Yeah.
My dad gave a drunk guy a hot chocolate because he was so cold and he passed out. It was just we helped him back up and making friends and banging the thing on the stairwell, all of those sorts of things, man. Arrowhead Stadium is so special. So to spend these last 5 years making more memories, whether it's championships or not, that's what matters. Because that's what this is about.
Yep. The memory you just talked about there had nothing to do with what happened on the field. I mean, I think, and maybe now's a good time to do this kind of off the script a little bit.
Yeah.
But as we're going back to Arrowhead, feel free to text us your first Arrowhead memory too. 913-586-7965 on the Jay's Southland Tow Service text line. Text us your first Arrowhead memory. Mine was September of '95. I had just moved out here to go to KU, and the Giants were playing the Chiefs. And so my dad flew out, and that's where I became friends with my one of my best friends today, Britt Haney, and his family. They're like, come to the game with us. And we met at some crusty motel over there at 435 and I-70 on the Missouri side, up on the hill there. Most people know where it is. A lot of people used to meet there. One of those motels, probably not even there anymore, but just one floor, room 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody may have gotten, in there. You don't know what on, but that's where everybody met. And we went over to the game. We tailgated, and it was an unbelievable experience. And we were were the only two people in the stadium that had any thoughts of who the Giants were, right? And then another great Arrowhead memory, I think is the greatest Arrowhead memory for a lot of people. It's not the title game. It's the game right after 9/11 where the Giants came to town, and it was the first game after 9/11, and they passed the boot in the stadium that day. And we raised almost $500,000 in cash at that time because that's the way it was back then. In 2001, we didn't have all the mobile pays. Almost $500,000 in cash that day, and there wasn't a dry eye in that house. I get emotional talking about it right now because I see everybody running out with the American flag, and everybody was a New Yorker that day. It was like you could not have scripted Welcome Back to the NFL any better than what we had here in Kansas City. You had the Giants, you had the Chiefs, you had Arrowhead Stadium, you had the Midwest. Everybody came together. Everybody was hugging everybody in the parking lot. Tears were flowing. Nobody knew what to do. And then we go in there and we raise $500,000 in cash by passing a fireman's boot around the stadium. And then it was a pretty good game. The Chiefs ended up winning, I believe, that day. I think, well, maybe the Giants won. I can't even remember who won that game, but I remember it being a pretty close game because it wasn't about the game.
I was about to say,
it had nothing to do with the game,
yeah.
right? And those are those Arrowhead memories that you can't take because outside of New York, you weren't going to get a ceremony like that we saw here at Arrowhead Stadium that day. It was truly remarkable, and it brought everybody back to realize, yeah, let's go America.
Yeah, that's what matters, right? Yeah, again, it's not about the football, but saying, okay, our country, our friends, our family, being here in the moment, making those memories, whatever it is, hugging random people, sharing a shot with random people, helping someone up who got a little too drunk, whatever it is, like it's the unity that you feel, the family environment that you feel at Arrowhead Stadium is unlike any other. It is truly like stepping back in time for me.
Yep.
It's so fantastic. Man, I just, God, give me the season starting. We got some wonderful memories.
Yeah, start sharing them.
Mine's Tyler Thigpen catch a touchdown pass versus the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
816 says, I can't remember the year, but it was a game against the Cowboys because I remember my mom wearing a Troy Aikman jersey. My dad wore his Elvis Gerbach jersey. I don't remember the score either, but I'm pretty sure we won. We had a great time.
Yeah. You don't remember what the outcome was, but you remember, man, we had a day.
Yeah, we had an awesome day. I was 10 years old, just moved to KC. My neighbor had a kid my age. He took me along with his son. We went to watch the Chiefs play, my first professional sporting event, and now I'm the best man in the neighbor's kid's wedding in October.
Best.
Oh,
Love
my
it.
gosh.
Yeah, what a great story.
Arrowhead brought me my best friend.
Oh.
Dude, God, I just love that. That makes me so happy.
I mean, I think about my relationship with Ralph, too. I mean, he's become one of my best friends.
Exactly.
And it's because of, a lot of it is because of Aaron. I just love the guy. But, I mean, obviously, we go to Chiefs games together all the time. And,
yes.
I mean, it's awesome when you can be out there in the parking lot and just hanging out and just having that fellowship is so important. I always tell people, I said, a lot of the times going into the game stinks because you're having such a good time out at the tailgate. Everybody's having just a great time. You know what that vibe is. We've all been there where that tailgate's just hitting that day, right?
Awesome.
And you're like, man, I don't want to ever end. I don't want to go in. I don't want to even leave. I can stay here for days the way that this one is going. So, it is. And that's what it's all about, man. It's all about creating those memories so you always have them because there's nothing better than those great sports memories. And 95% of the time you look back, it may not even involve the game that took place.
Yeah, whether it's the tomahawk chop, banging the chairs, just walking in with everyone. It's fantastic. 913, one of my earliest memories of Arrowhead was actually probably one of the first games I went to as a kid, turning around the quarter, coming into pull in the parking lot and seeing the sea of flags and tents and canopies across the entirety of the parking space, everyone tailgating.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another thing, too. You go in there and you just see everyone having a good time right away. When you're pulling in, you know what I mean? When maybe you're an hour late or whatever, you see everyone having, like, dude, I can't wait to get out of the car.
I've never been an hour late.
I know.
There
Yeah, you're always right there. You're always one of the first ones. I know. I joined you that one time. But when you see everyone outside your window as you're pulling into the parking lot, you're, dude, get me to my spot. Get me a part of this, man. This just looks, it's incredible.
The best view, I think, is on the west side of the stadium. And say you're in like one of the the lots closer to the stadium, and you look up and you see everybody tailgating on the hill, and it looks like the cavalry's going to come down at you, man.
Ooh,
and everybody's up there, and the smoke is bellowing, and the whole parking lot is full of smoke because everybody's grilling out and cooking and doing all that kind of stuff. It's great, and it creates friends. I mean, we have friends in Italy now because of Arrowhead Stadium.
That's so cool.
It's so insane how you start making friends with people and they become family friends over the years. I mean, if you talk to longtime season ticket holders, most of the people that they sit around, they're doing Christmas with, they're going to weddings for, they're hanging out with. I mean, it creates a family-type atmosphere, and that's why it is really good, regardless of what happens behind the scenes, just to call it Arrowhead going forward, because so many people have said so many great moments inside of that stadium, and I think that's what it's going to be about, Mac, for the next 4 years, is probably going to be a lot of celebrations of a lot of those moments that took place at that iconic stadium.
Yeah, they could bring back some old school stuff, whether it's old school songs or get, whatever it is, There's a bunch of stuff that you could do, but yeah, they're going to bring back a bunch of old school stuff. I know, as we talked about earlier, the Chiefs know what's going on. They know that we're talking about this, and they're going to play into that nostalgia and be a part of that and give us the best memories they possibly can. 913, first game memory was Christmas Eve versus the Raiders on Romeo Crennel's watch. I underdressed that day.
I remember that game.
He said, I underdressed that day, but my dad was so happy to take me to my first game. I feel like that's also a part of, almost being a Chiefs fan. You got to underdress to a cold game just once and then be like, oh my Lord, I'm never doing that again.
And I love the fact that Christmas Eve was your first game, too, because that was my first NFL game. It was Giants-Raiders, 1989. And so Christmas Eve has always been an important game for me. And I took my kids to their first Chiefs game on Christmas Eve. I wanted them to have that experience. I always thought it was the coolest thing, going to a game, then coming back to the house, having the Christmas Eve party, going to bed. It's Christmas Day. Like, it's just the perfect day. I love Christmas Eve. When you have a game on Christmas Eve, I love taking the family that day. It's so awesome. And so, we've turned that kind of into a tradition as well. You start to form your traditions around this kind of stuff,
No, I mean, my wife isn't the biggest fan of football, and I took her to the first Chiefs game. I think it was Thanksgiving. It was a few years ago. I honestly don't even remember. Again, I don't even remember the opponent. I honestly don't. But she was just like in awe of Arrowhead Stadium, the people, the camaraderie. She was like, this isn't like a Titans game or an Ole Miss game. I was like, yeah, no, it's a lot different. Trust me, it's amazing.
Yeah, completely different than what anybody's used to. And then people come to the stadium and they're like, this is the best thing ever. It's like, it is a bucket list type of place. And we're very lucky to have it,
Brought one of my groomsmen to a tailgate, I believe, with you, and he was just like, holy crap, dude, this is amazing. And bringing other people from fans from other cities or fans from other teams, it's one of my favorite experiences, because you don't really know until you're fully enthralled in that experience.
Yeah, there's nothing better than taking somebody, like we took Ben a couple of years ago for the first time, and Maller, and having him
that was fun.
Have that experience and watching that experience through him. I think that's some of the best stuff that you can do as a human being, taking somebody somewhere and letting them experience something that you already have and letting them experience for the first time.
So cool.
And seeing that reaction.
It's great.
It's amazing. It's awesome. It's a great part of life, man.
I remember getting goosebumps hearing "We're gonna beat the hell out of you."
Oh yeah,
for the first time. Monster trucks in the mid '80s from the 816. Yeah, we could get Casey Wolf back on an ATV for sure. Is what I'm thinking. 620 says first game was DT's 7-sack game.
Oh, nice.
Remember how bright the colors were on the AstroTurf?
Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah. The 7-sack game. That's a great one to be at for your
fantastic first game. 913 says met my now wife at Arrowhead 10 years ago. Awesome.
Oh, that's cool. I need more on that story,
too.
Yeah,
I do need more on that. That's
Were you
fantastic.
drunk and she saved you?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
Did you wander over the tailgate and think it was yours and like, hey, you're good looking. Let's go out.
What's going on? What's your name? Give me your number. 816, early 2000s. I was maybe 12 to 13. My uncle was a season ticket holder. We blew out the Falcons. Crowd started to do the wave during the third quarter. Seemed to last the whole game. That's awesome.
Anybody conceived at Arrowhead?
I'm sure. Oh, man.
I mean, let me ask you this in as nice a way as I can. Has anybody's parents told them that they were conceived at Arrowhead? 913-586-7965.
Bob from the 815. Bob, how old were you when you took your daughters to or how old were your daughters, rather, when you took them to their first game?
Older. Yeah.
Got to be a little bit, right?
I think 8th grade, I think, probably.
I think that's probably when my dad took me.
Yeah, it was the Seattle Christmas Eve game a couple of years ago. So whatever that was, 23 maybe it was.
It's tougher to take a 5 or 6-year-old to that.
Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to take a young kid out there. No, it's too much for them because it's an all-day activity. Yeah, you want to make sure that they're understanding of we're tailgating, we're going to the game. They appreciate it. It's going to be loud, and quite honestly, it's expensive too. So you want to make sure that they're going to be able to appreciate that situation. So yeah, I waited a little bit longer to take the kids out there just because I thought that was the best for them. Sometimes we like to go by ourselves too.
Yeah, exactly. Want to enjoy the day, whatever it is. Yeah. Also, there's going to be drunk people,
Yeah,
maybe
and that's
profanity.
the other thing. There's a lot of
There's gonna be
stuff
all
that-
that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And it's just middle school. You're probably more prepared for all of that. I know I was. I think if I
Sure.
was a little younger, it wouldn't have been the same. So no,
Right.
that makes sense. But oh man, getting some great memories. This is so much fun.
Yeah, just keep them coming in at 913-586-7965. Of course, the biggest story of the day yesterday is that they announced that it is no longer GEHA Field at Arrowhead. It is just Arrowhead Stadium moving forward, and that's
Fantastic.
how we are going to close out Arrowhead Stadium for the next 4 years, just being known as Arrowhead and kind of giving it back to the fans a little bit to allow them to kind of have those memories and whatnot as we continue to kind of close out this stadium now. I mean, that's really what it's going to be about. Yeah, the on-field product is going to matter, but every time you go into Arrowhead now is one less time you're going to get that opportunity to go into Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
Maybe you only go once a year. Maybe you're only going to go one more time. Maybe you think you're going to go a lot, but you end up not going. And so this is my soapbox again. Appreciate these next 4 years. Appreciate what we have right now, what this stadium is all about, what this stadium has meant, what this atmosphere has been. Appreciate that over these next 4 years. Don't take any game for granted when you go in that stadium over the next 4 years. You have to appreciate that and love it up and look around and realize it's going to be gone before we know it, because I was thinking about it yesterday as I was just driving home randomly. I'm like, 4 years seems like a long time, but it's not.
No.
It is not a long time, and
I'm
it's
learning
going
that
to
more and
happen
more.
fast. Yeah, you're still young where 4 years feels like a long time. I am old where 4 years feels like yesterday.
Yeah, it's starting to feel like, yes, like what do they say? Days are long, years are short, sort of thing.
Yeah,
right?
the days are long, the years are short, and that is true. And then you have kids, and all of a sudden, like everything's
I
short,
can't
everything's
imagine.
sped up. You don't know where 17 years has gone, and you're like,
Golly.
oh my goodness, I can't believe they're at this age. And so that's why I say it happens fast. It happens very fast. Try to slow it down for the next 4 years. Try to slow your Arrowhead experiences down and enjoy it, because as great as the new stadium's going to be, it's not going to be the same. It just isn't. It's never
not gonna be the
it's
same.
not going to be the same, and that's not a bad thing at
No,
all.
change isn't bad. There will
No.
be pros and cons to it, but you're never going to be able to capture all of the memories that we just said, all of the incredible, just natural things that Arrowhead has. I mean, man, it's been around for almost 60 years. You can't just build that out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere. It's all about that. So keep coming in with your Arrowhead memories. We'll read those all morning long here on 96.5 The Fan. But coming up next here, I hate to say this, but KU dominates this list. We'll tell you how next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Monsoon Delane, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are trying to make Kansas City better than it already is. And how they're doing that is building strong partnerships between members, business partners, customers, and the community. And there's zero cost to become a partner contractor with the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. If you're an architectural sheet metal contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and economic conditions. And when you partner with us, you're connecting to elite craftsmanship. Our members install metal roofing, siding, and decorative features on our region's most landmark buildings, like the top of Bartle Hall, the Kaufman Performing Arts Center, and that iconic crown at Kaufman Stadium. They provide manpower specifically for the architectural sheet metal community, and there's no downside. It's completely free with zero obligation. Just straightforward information on how they can help grow your business and profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains August 7th through the 13th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal too, right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Plug-in Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offers end September 8th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. We've got a huge variety of metals in stock, and we cut to size fast. Bottom line, we get it done fast, so you get it done fast. Doesn't get easier than that. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store or buy online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more. USPS, official shipping sponsor of the NHL.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
Kansas City storms can leave behind roof damage you can't always see. Hail and high winds may have compromised your roof, even if everything looks fine from the ground. That's why Century Roofing offers a free roof inspection and handles the insurance process from start to finish. For over 36 years and more than 36,000 roofs installed, homeowners have trusted Century Roofing. Voted best roofing company in Johnson County for 5 years straight and best in Kansas City 2 years in a row. KC-based and female-owned. Visit CenturyRoofingKC.com.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow Service. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow. Missouri side, Belton, 49 northbound, reopen at Cass Parkway. Earlier accident has cleared, maybe a brief slow spot north of Peculiar, but that is unwinding. It's a little heavy at 58 with folks re-entering the freeway from the detour. Northland 169 highway southbound heavy at Inglewood with construction. Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? Call Jay's Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all, so be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
All right, we're back at it here on a gorgeous, what we call Thursday here, 96.5 The Fan. Dusty is out today. He is playing golf.
He's at Augusta today?
He is at Augusta today.
Gotcha.
That's exactly where he is. Yep, he is playing down at Augusta. He had the opportunity to fly down on a private jet. So I said, you go, man. You got to take advantage of that opportunity. That's Mecca for the golf world down there in Augusta. So he should be back tomorrow here with us on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Arrowhead Stadium. We talked about it last segment. The name Arrowhead is back. We were taking great memories, a couple more memories flying in as well from the text line. And we want you to do that all morning long at 913-586-7965. Text us your first Arrowhead memory. We're officially back to Arrowhead Stadium now, so we want your memories. We shared a lot of them in that last segment. We got a couple of more here, Mac.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We've got a bunch of them. easily my all-time favorite Arrowhead memory was being there a couple of days after my birthday after splurging on tickets to what is forever known as the 13-second game.
Oh, what a game.
Not bad. That's a good splurge. That's a good splurge.
What a game. Don't talk about the next week, but that game, man, to be in the stadium for that moment, man, that's cool.
Arrowhead Special. Met a guy and his wife from Australia 3 years ago at Arrowhead. It was their first time to America. Been great friends ever since.
Exactly. I know. It's crazy how that happens. We have friends in Wales. We have friends in Italy, and it's all because we met them in the parking lot of Arrowhead Stadium. It's been awesome.
It's a euphoric place. He said they came back for a month last December, stayed with us.
Yeah.
They're coming back again this year.
Yeah.
Never know what kind of friendship you'll make over at Arrowhead.
It is true. It is so true.
I love that, man.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest stories ever. Bring those folks into the radio station when they come to town. They're obviously going to come in for a Chiefs game. Yeah, we want them in studio.
No, that's serious. That's not even facetious.
No.
Absolutely do that. That
No,
would be awesome.
I'm not being facetious at all. Yeah, bring them in studio. We want those folks in here. We want to talk to them about, coming in from Australia now every year and forming friendships at Arrowhead Stadium, right? These people will be at the wedding.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys meet? I got a friend that travels a lot. He meets friends on the airplane all the time. You know how many of these people were at his daughter's wedding that he just met on the airplane that have become great friends? Yeah.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
That's incredible.
It's insane, right? It's insane how you meet people.
It also shows you to separate from Arrowhead, but just anywhere on an airplane or whatever. If you're feeling up to it, obviously you got to have that social battery and you have to be there for that day or whatever. But yeah, just say hi to someone. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who you're going to meet.
Right. You never know whose day you might save too.
That's true. What was this one? I can't find it, but someone said their first game was a Doink for the Division game.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Omaha, now live here. Doink for Division a couple of years ago. The fireworks were amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's awesome. Wasn't my very first game, but I remember my friend and I went with his grandpa who had season tickets in the gold section. It was right after the 1985 World Series. When we got to our seats, we look over to see George Brett and Brett Saberhagen sitting in a suite next to our seats.
That's great. Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
How many other people were in the stadium that day? Because not many in 1985.
Yeah, probably not.
No, there weren't. I mean, you could throw a baseball in the upper deck and not hit a person.
That's crazy. Yeah. Not anymore.
Not anymore. No, the things have changed. Things have changed big time. So continue to weigh in on your favorite Arrowhead moments here on 96.5 The Fan. For whatever reason yesterday, the internet, College Basketball Report on X, decided to release the top 30 greatest college basketball coaches of all time. And I'm going through this list, and I'm like, all of these people seemingly have some sort of connection to KU or Kansas. I mean, it is amazing when you start to look at this list of greatest basketball coaches of all time. Now, I will do a sidebar. They have Larry Brown at number 25. I think that's fine for college basketball, but I will maintain to the day I'm dead, Larry Brown is the greatest basketball coach of all time. Won a championship in high school, won a championship in college, won a championship in the NBA, won a championship in the Olympics. This guy literally coached at every level and won championships. To me, he will always be the greatest basketball coach of all time. But on the college level, 25, that's fine. He was only there for a hot minute, coaching college. John Wooden comes in at number 1. I don't think anybody's going to argue that. Mike Krzyzewski, number 2.
That would be the only argument.
That's the only argument right there. And you could make the case for Krzyzewski to be number 1 based on the times, right? Dean Smith coming in at number 3. That's your first Kansas connection right there. Roy Williams coming in at 4. That's a Kansas connection right there. You move down the list. Adolph Rupp, another Kansas connection there. That dude played for James Naismith and Fog Allen at KU and then went on to turn Kentucky. So when people talk about these blue bloods, without the state of Kansas, North Carolina basketball and Kentucky basketball cease to exist.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild to think about that?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Dean Smith and Adolph Rupp both went to KU, both played at KU, both grew up in the state of Kansas, and then went and formed basketball programs elsewhere because, the founder of the sport, allegedly, in Naismith, was the coach in Lawrence, and then it became Fog Allen. So they knew they were never going to coach there. So they went and they formed their own programs, all based on, what they learned at the University of Kansas. Number 9 is Bill Self, Kansas connection. 10, Calipari, Kansas connection. Then you got Billy Donovan, Tom Izzo, Jay Wright, Denny Crum, Jim Boeheim is on that list. Lute Olson beat Kansas. And then you got Fog Allen on the list, Hank Iba, Larry Brown is 25, Eddie Sutton, 26, Kelvin Sampson, 27, 28, Bob Huggins. This is the one that I love the best. Brad Stevens at number 29.
Let's go.
Brad Stevens at number 29 of the all-time greatest basketball coaches in college.
That's kind of nuts.
It's nuts. It's absolutely insane. He coached for a hot minute at Butler. Did great things, went to back-to-back Final Fours.
Yep.
But, I mean, the 29th of all time.
Yeah, that's
on
kind of
that
insane.
list. And then rounding out the top 30 is Tony Bennett, great singer. I think what I'm looking at this list is I don't know that we're going to have any active coaches ever get on this list that are currently in the game right now that aren't already on this list.
Yeah, because you got Dan Hurley there on the list already.
Yeah,
at 19.
he comes in at 19. So all the great ones are on us. And the reason I say that, Mac, is because the guys aren't staying long anymore.
Yeah.
You know, guys are bouncing fast. They're moving on. They're changing schools. They're moving to the NBA. They're getting out of the sport altogether. There's no longevity anymore. Like once Bill and Kelvin and Izzo and those guys bounce, I don't think we're going to see longevity from these coaches at all at the collegiate level. The game's changed so much.
Well, it's crazy because Dusty May could have been that guy. And then to your point, now he's over with the Dallas Mavericks. He's going to the NBA. And we've discussed this at past times, but it's because the NBA and the college game have kind of flipped.
Yeah, they really have.
You've got players moving more now in college and changing teams than you do in the NBA because of the new CBA and the association. Players are staying. You don't really have the ability to move as much.
Right.
So a coach can have that continuity and build a culture, whereas in college basketball, I mean, that's gone to the wayside. That's gone.
It's a hit and quit type deal in college basketball and college football for that standpoint.
And college sports.
College sports.
Yeah, really.
Because baseball's having it happen. Softball's having it, which is great. I love to see softball players and baseball players get huge NIL deals and go elsewhere, too.
No, there's pros to it, of course. But again, one of the downsides is for a coach, especially in basketball, in my opinion, because at least in football, you can get a guy for 2 years. That helps a lot. In basketball, I mean, it's one and done. I mean, the best players are going to be gone. Peterson, DeBanza, Boozer, those guys you get for 9 months, and then see you later.
And you put all that effort into recruiting them to have them for 9 months. That's why the return on investment is never worth it.
Yeah, Matt Painter was one that I thought about from Purdue, but he has not been able to finish the deal.
Right. He's been always left short.
Yeah, so that's one that could possibly do it. But again, you're going to need at least one championship to get on this list, I'd imagine, or at least back-to-back championship or Final Four appearances.
Yeah, you got to show in the Final Four.
Yeah.
You got to be there. I don't think Matt Painter's...
I don't know. I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up. But it's you know how this works. It happens, and then you're like, who won the championship last year?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Purdue was
2024 they made. Yes, with Zach Edey.
With Edey, yeah. I was going to say, I think they did with that big guy.
Yes, because they defeated. Yes, I couldn't remember if they beat my Volunteers in the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight. But they beat them in the Sweet 16 to go to the Elite Eight and then reach their first Final Four. Or no, they beat Tennessee in the Elite Eight to go to the Final Four. So yeah, that's what happened there.
That's why you blocked it out.
Yes, exactly right. Carson Edwards, I believe, was the guy who hit the shot.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we're going to see it in the NFL. You start talking about future great coach. Obviously, Sean McVay's on that list. Kyle Shanahan's on that list. All of a sudden, there's some really good younger coaches now in the NFL that have been around a while, right? You let McVay do his thing. You've let Shanahan do his thing.
Yep.
And they've proven to be really good coaches. Now, they may bounce before their time is up because they're just done with it. I mean, you move on. You got the electrical plant you're dealing with, and McVay looks good on TV. Why put up with the rat race of what's going on, in the NFL? Those guys may bounce before their careers, would normally be over if they were, back in the 80s and 90s, because they're making all the money and they don't really need to do it anymore. So the greatness of coaches, man, it's crazy how that's changed so much. There used to be so many legends in every sport, and now they're just really not that prevalent anymore. Coming up here on 96.5 The Fan, I am absolutely in love with this team in the NFL, not named the Chiefs, and I don't know why. Mac's going to help me next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Emmett Johnson, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circus Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. Dane Hughes here, and for everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app. Then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circus Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's the Lawman giving you a couple updates. Just settled a case for $1.175 million on a commercial vehicle accident, $750,000 on a motorcycle accident, $557,500 on a premise liability case. Call the Lawman.
The lawman gets results of the law.
If you've been charged with a felony DWI, call the lawman. You only got a short window to get the admin file in Missouri and in Kansas. Call me now.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It shouldn't be based solely on advertisements.
The last 3 days of our summer sale are here. Save from 30 to 50% on suits, sports coats, and sportswear at Peter's Clothiers. Find the look you want at the price you'll love. Visit Peter's Clothiers at 124th and State Line.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen. And oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live. And you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You don't have to carry everything on your own. Whether you're dealing with stress, anxiety, depression, substance use, or thoughts of suicide, talking to someone can help. And help is available 24/7 through the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can call or text 988 anytime to connect with a trained mental health professional. 988 is free, confidential, easy to remember, and available anytime, anywhere, to anyone. Call or text the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. No judgment, just help.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
J. Rieger & Co. Straight Bourbon Whiskey, winner of Best Craft Bourbon at the 2025 Ascot Awards. At 90 proof, it's rich, well-balanced, and oh so good. Quality crafted in Kansas City. J. Rieger & Co. Oh, so good. Quality crafted in Kansas City. Chiefs coverage is brought to you by New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola.
Spring hail means big savings at New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola. Save up to $15,000 on hail damage new and used vehicles, plus all factory incentives. But this hail of a sale won't last long. New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola. You always pay less in Paola.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland, 169 highway southbound, heavy approaching Inglewood with construction. 35 southbound construction slows you Vivian down to Antioch. Belton, 49 northbound, still recovering at Missouri 58, but heavy. 150 highway westbound with an accident before Bolt slows you back to 49. Allen Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Range Bait with Dusty Likens is now up on The Fan's YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter channels. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts.
More money continues to get doled out in the NFL. Not going to either Mac or I because we don't play in the NFL. Dusty is off today. He should be back tomorrow here on 96.5 The Fan. He's playing out at Shinnecock Hills today. Got the opportunity to go play in Southampton, so he's going to go out there and stroking around the golf course today. And so hopefully he has a good time out there at Shinnecock Hills and comes back and refreshed and he's ready to go for a Friday show. And Mac is in for JT today. That's always good. Yep, we like that. So welcome back to Mac, filling in for JT for a couple of days. JT should be back soon rather than later.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming up in a little bit, we'll talk to our guy Ben Maller of Fox Sports Radio here on 96.5 The Fan, because we got our first football game of the season tonight. Everybody's excited about the Hall of Fame game, right? Right? Yeah. Everybody's excited.
Yeah,
Just have a little taste of football coming back tonight.
It'll
21 straight Thursdays. Yeah, 21 straight Thursdays with football on. So that all begins tonight with the Hall of Fame game that everybody is loving. All right. Maybe it's because I love the city. Maybe it's because I'm stupid. Maybe it's because I'm right. I don't know what the correct answer is. But I heard Chris Olave talk yesterday, and I'm like all in on the Saints right now. I don't know why, but this guy kind of got me fired up yesterday. You want me to play it, Mac?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Sorry, here you go.
Yeah, we got one of the best fan bases, I feel like, at the beginning of the year, when his first couple of games, I feel like the stadium was rocking, especially when defense out there third down. But like I said, like you guys said, the energy around the Saints right now, even in the building, I feel like going out to practice every day, the energy's there, the competition's there. Just friendly competition just to get better. I feel like we got a lot of young guys, like I said, with a chip on their shoulders. And just from the top to the bottom, Kellen Moore sets a great example, and our best players come out there ready to compete. So I feel like it's a standard around here and the culture that they built. And like I said, we're ready to go out there and compete week one.
And
what's the temp? What's the temperature down there?
I don't know. It feel like 100 though.
Definitely. Yeah. I think it might feel a little bit more than that, Chris, if we were to look into that.
Yeah, very hot down there. Yeah, no, you have this humid. I mean, look at our windows today, right? The times 10 in New Orleans. But again, I love the city. I love going to New Orleans.
Awesome.
The restaurants, the people. There's just such a vibe down there, right? And I really like the team for this year. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I feel like they're a team that doesn't know what they don't know at this point in time, right? And when you have a team that doesn't know what they don't know, you're playing, man, with a team that has the opportunity to do some good things, because I don't think anybody's picking the Saints this year to do anything spectacular. But that's a team that believes in themselves, and it's a team that's playing off their coach a lot. And I really like the Kellen Moore vibe that's going down there, because he is younger, obviously, and they feel like they've got a little bit of a swagger to them that the New Orleans Saints really haven't had for, since Sean Payton was down there in those years. They've got talent. Tyler Shuck, man, say what you want about that guy, but he may be one of the biggest diamonds in the rough that any team has found over the last 10 years. I mean, if he turns out to continue to be the quarterback that he is, a second-round draft pick from a year ago, I mean, that's a find. That is a really nice find for the New Orleans Saints, because everybody poo-pooed it when they drafted that kid, and he played great last year. And Chris Olave, obviously having a guy like that on the outside helps you a ton. Having Travis Etienne on your team now is going to help you out a lot. Having Kamara on your team is going to help you out a lot. You've got kind of that two-headed running back formation there. You drafted Jordan Tyson at wide receiver.
He looks incredible.
Talk me off this ledge, Mac. I mean, I just really like what they're doing from an offensive standpoint. And of course, they got our guy Justin Reed on defense too. So you're rooting for one of our own, right? One of our former Chiefs out there playing football for New Orleans. So I don't know if I need to be talked off the ledge, but I feel like I'm really in love with this New Orleans team. I gave you the reasons why, but I shouldn't be in love with the New Orleans Saints at this time of the year. Most people aren't.
I mean, it feels like it is catching fire, though. This Saints team is in a division that doesn't really have anything exciting right now. Obviously, you've got Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers, but even then, you look at them winning this division 3 out of the last 4 seasons, I believe it is, or 3 out of the last 3 seasons, whatever it is. They're winning the division with 9 or 10 wins. They're not overwhelmingly exciting or going jaw-dropping moments. I can't really talk you off the ledge when it comes to the offense. I mean, you mentioned the guys that they have, and they didn't even mention Devin Neal out of KU.
Yeah.
That's their third running back. Juwan Johnson at tight end, and then they've got a decent offensive line. They've really drafted these last few seasons. They built it from the ground up, and then you mentioned Justin Reed. They've still got Cameron Jordan.
Yep.
Chase Young, who isn't the first or second overall draft pick that he was drafted to be, but still a solid football player on the defensive line over there with Cam Jordan. So, yeah, you got to like what they're putting together. Is Shuck going to be able to do it for a second year? Tapes out. You played half a season. We know what to expect now. But, I mean, I remember last year going, dude, I got him on one of my 5 screens, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. He's smart. He knows what to do. He can extend the play a little bit with his legs. So, Yeah, I think this offense at least is going to be fantastic. Again, what I'm seeing out of Jordan Tyson on these clips, I think they have 2 number 1 wide receivers. I remember loving him in the draft, wanting the Chiefs to maybe get him. I know the hamstring was a big scare for a lot of people, but dude, when he's on the field, I think he's going to be awesome.
And you know what? And from the Chiefs' standpoint, let's be honest here. Why are we drafting a wide receiver that potentially has issues? All of our wide receivers have issues.
Yes.
I don't need another guy at the same position with some sort of issue because literally everybody's got an issue that's in that wide receiver room. I'm also liking Houston. I think they're going to be great this year. The more I read and listen and hear about the Houston Texans, they're going to be outstanding. I think they're going to run away with that division now. The more that I think about it,
great.
CJ Stroud's going to have an amazing year. I'm glad you're on my side with this one because
That's
I mean
ridiculous.
he's got his weapons back now. He's got an offensive line that's intact.
Yes.
Houston's going to be a very good, and their defense is sick.
The best defense in the league,
I mean,
probably.
it's insane. I mean, maybe one of the best defenses of all time. Quite frankly, how athletic
and they just
those
got
guys
Jadeveon
are.
Clowney.
I know, and they got Clowney, right? Like,
Coming off the bench.
Yeah, it's going to be sick down there in Houston. They're going to do some really good things. And the third team, for whatever reason, I'm in love with. It's the Giants. And the reason I'm in love with the Giants is because of one person and one person only, and that's Harbaugh.
Okay.
I saw what the difference that Andy Reid made when he took over a colossal joke of an organization here in Kansas City. Laughing stock, okay? Laughing stock. Banners flying, team in peril. Fans hated it. It was a total mess. They had no direction. Andy Reid comes in, changed the entire direction of that franchise. That's what I believe John Harbaugh is going to do in New York. He is Andy Reid light. He came into Baltimore, built that franchise, got that credibility. He's the adult in the room. You're hearing from the players, too, in New York say, we needed this. We needed Harbaugh. We needed a guy that was going to come in and be that real coach, kind of hold us accountable. They haven't had that. He's one of the few coaches in this league that I think can walk in and turn it around just like Andy Reid did here in Kansas City. They may not go 11-5, but he's going to flip that script, and you're going to say, all right, the Giants they're coming fast. And I like the quarterback. He's reckless. He's fun. I enjoy watching him play.
Reckless.
I mean, and really, I'm excited to watch him play now that he has real coaching and seeing how they protect him and how his game has changed. And in that division right now, I mean, if the Eagles lose week 1, all hell's going to break loose in Philadelphia. Washington isn't very good. Dallas, who the hell knows, what's going on down there. That division's wide open. The Giants finally have an adult in the room.
I like Harbaugh. I don't like the coaching staff he put together, which we've talked about. I mean, I know you're a big Matt Nagy guy, obviously. He'll have to sell me on that. Without Patrick Mahomes, he'll have to sell me on making a good offense. Denard Wilson, a defensive coordinator. This is a guy that people have pushed away for years. Greg Roman, offensive coordinator assistant, a guy that the Ravens pushed away for years. Jackson Dart, 4 concussions or whatever it was last season. Malik Neighbors, 2 knee scopes. Cam Scadaboo's an idiot. I need to be sold a little bit on this team. The defense I need to be sold a little bit on. I'm not there with the Giants. And again, teams that I'm talking about, Cowboys. I mean, you mentioned that division. I think the Cowboys, and I know, get ready, they're a contender, like a serious contender. They've been a top 5 offense every year for the last 5 years. They're just going to be an elite offense. That's not going to change this season. And then the defense has been the problem. And I love what they're doing right now on defense. That roster, we all poo-pooed the Micah Parsons trade, which I could still say is dumb. What they've gotten back in return, you've got to look at it and go, okay, this kind of makes sense, man. Again, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Safety out of Alabama that they drafted in the top 10. Caleb Downs. I think he's going to be an absolute star and a playmaker. The defensive line's going to wreak havoc. We all poo-pooed Schottenheimer last year as the coach. He was great last year.
He was really good.
He was really
good.
He was really good. He's got to do it in a second year in a row, but I'm in on the Cowboys. I'm in on the Cincinnati Bengals. Again, another defense that I think's rebuilt. I think the secondary may struggle a little bit, but I think they'll be able to get to the quarterback with Boye Mafe, Dexter Lawrence, a couple of those other guys on the defensive line are going to be really good. And, of course, another offense that's just going to be great. Joe Burrow is going to be awesome. He's going to have an MVP-type season with the best wide receiver.
If he's healthy.
That's the one if, right? Of course, that's the if. If he can stay healthy for 17 games, they've got the best wide receiver core in the league, or at least the 1-2 punch. And then I'll go in on the Titans a little bit. I'm not in on Dusty back-to-back years trying to have them win the AFC South But I'm excited about Cam Ward. I think he's going to have an FU type of season. Everyone's just forgotten about him. This is the number 1 overall pick. That offensive line's going to struggle, but we all love Carnell Tate out of the draft out of Ohio State. He's going to be a stud. I really like the tight end they've got over there in Gunnar Helm. Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears isn't a bad 1-2 punch. The Titans have some stuff going for them, especially they've got one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL, maybe the best defensive lineman in the NFL right now in Jeffrey Simmons. I kind of like what the Titans are cooking over there, but that offensive line still will struggle.
Yeah, and if you don't have a good offensive line, we've seen it here even with the best when it comes to the quarterback. It's going to be tough. You got to have that offensive line. And so we'll see. I just think the adult in the room for the Giants makes a huge difference because it did here. I mean, Andy took over that 2-14 team with good players on it and immediately went 11-5 the next year. Yeah. I mean, it was crazy how just having the right coach matters so much in the NFL. And if you don't have the right coach, you're screwing yourself and you're screwing your team. Coming up here, we'll talk to our guy Ben Maller and then Max One Word. That's all next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Alohi Gilman, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, erectile dysfunction can affect far more than your sex life, right? It can put a strain on relationships. It can impact your confidence, and it can leave you feeling frustrated. It could leave you feeling anxious or even embarrassed. And at Heartland Men's Health, they specialize in helping men overcome sexual health concerns with personalized treatment plans designed around your individual needs. The truth is, many men live with ED for years before seeking help, but they don't have to. For most men, effective treatment is available, and it's available at Heartland Men's Health. They use advanced medical science to empower male performance with therapies that go far beyond pills, and they have treatments with success rates well over 90%. So call them today and find out why their advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health. Your initial visit is $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TNPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit's free. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this. DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
Hi, I'm Jacob, your friend and an actual jeweler craftsman at Shane Company. I'm proud to work for a family business that's been committed to the highest quality standards for nearly 100 years. Your dream engagement ring is designed for quality every step of the way. We set your diamond by hand, not with machines. Prong tips are beautiful and secure, and intricate details are thoughtfully crafted. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend knows true love deserves the highest quality. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
When it comes to my policy, Farmers gives it to me straight, so there's no surprises.
It's your coverage. You should never be confused.
You hear that? An insurance provider with a conscience.
We're a choir, but yes, we have that too.
Straightforward coverage you can literally understand. That's what you get when
you have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
Hey, it's Bob Fescoe. Are high-interest credit cards and rising bills stressing your budget? You pay every month, but high interest makes getting ahead feel impossible. Your home's equity can help. A refinance with Golden Oak Lending consolidates debt into one manageable monthly payment, giving your budget room to breathe. Get a free mortgage checkup today. Call 913-890-GOLD or visit goldenoaklending.com. That's 913-890-GOLD. It's Golden Oak Lending, MLS 114937.
Hey, it's Seth Lugo, and this is your home for Royals Baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland 35 southbound, heavy before Vivian. Stay slow down towards Antioch with construction. 169 highway southbound bogs down approaching Inglewood with road work, and you're down to 1 lane. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
It is time to talk to our guy, Ben Maller of Fox Sports Radio. Of course, you can catch him overnights right here on 96.5 The Fan. And Ben, you know what time of year it is. I know what time of year it is. It's that time of year where the football returns and everybody gets excited. We got the Hall of Fame game tonight, baby. Sports are back.
It's an island game. It's good to be on with you, Bob. It's an island game tonight. The only football game. There's no other exhibition games until next week. Next Thursday is really week 1 of the exhibition season. So you got to get your fix in. And as I always do, I feel like we have this conversation every year, Bob. I will tune in. I think it's on NBC, I believe, and I'll turn it on, and I'll check out the first of the pregame, a little pregame flavor. I'll watch the first part of the game, like the first couple of plays, and then I'm out. I'll go watch some baseball game or something like that. But I am fired up. It's going to be exciting to see. I think it's Tirico and Collinsworth calling the game tonight, so we'll see the pregame festivities. And they have this gift, as we know, to make Carolina and Arizona seem like compelling teams.
Right.
Which is very hard to do. Very difficult to make them seem compelling because 99% of people don't care about them. So that's always fascinating how they hype these guys up. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. And I believe Carolina's a 1-point favorite, so do what you want with that.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, with the NFL, and that's why it is the best sport in America, and nobody touches it, because Carolina and Arizona are playing tonight, and we'll walk away from that game going, well, if things go right for Arizona, I could see Jacoby Brissett getting them maybe playing for a postseason spot. And then Carolina, of course, made the playoffs last year, so you're thinking, what are they going to do for a follow-up? So we're all there, man. We're all going to wade in, and you're right, the NFL just does a great job of promoting every single team.
Oh, yeah, no, it's great. And the Hall of Famers will be on the broadcast if you keep watching and all that stuff. So it's all really good stuff. Now, if I gave you, Bob, I said I'll give you $1,000 if you can name 4 players on the Cardinals. Would you get that $1,000 or would you not get that $1,000?
I got Jacoby Brissett.
Okay.
I got Jeremiah Love.
That's the guy.
Yeah. Why am I drawing a blank on the tight end?
Oh, come on. McBride, right?
McBride. Yeah, I was going to say Baker McBride, but yes, McBride.
And one more. Come on, you can get it. Dad was famous. Dad was a famous.
Oh, yes, Marvin Harrison Jr. Absolutely. Yeah, I got 4. I got $1,000. How about that? I don't think I could do 4 Carolina Panthers, though.
Oh, yeah. The Carolina.
You got Bryce Young. You've got Carson Beck, who's starting tonight.
Oh, he's starting for Arizona.
Oh, for Arizona. Then I'm wrong on that one, too. Yeah, that's right. You're right. Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't either. I can't.
Kenny Pickett's starting for Carolina. That's who's starting for Carolina tonight. But see what we're doing here at the end of this game or at the end of the 20 minutes that everybody watches, when the starters play, we'll know all these guys and we'll have like, oh, yeah, I think these guys can get in because the NFL sells hope better than anybody in the world.
Oh yeah, no, they've mastered it. It's a year as we talk about every week, the year round thing. And the Carolina, they have that receiver. Remember the guy that he rides horses and doesn't wear shoes, and I forget the guy's name. He's one of the wide receivers for Carolina, but he's like a country guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember seeing stuff about him last year. And they have Chuba Hubbard, right? That guy, the running back. I remember him because he had a big playoff run, if I remember correctly. So that's it. And I think we've spent way too much time on the Carolina Panthers, Bob. We're going to get in trouble. I don't want your ratings to go down.
Yeah, we will. We need to move on from that one. Let's talk Tony Romo in that situation. Do you think we ever see him again on CBS?
Yeah, I like Romo. I'm not like a Romo hater. Everything I've heard, I'm sure you're hearing the same thing, is like CBS is looking at this as they overpaid him. He hasn't lived up to what they thought he was going to become, and they thought he was going to be like the next John Madden, and that's not what Romo is. And so this is an opportunity. It's kind of like when you're a running back and you see the A gap and the B gap, and you're like, am I going to go to the A gap or the B gap? And from what I've heard from people I've talked to around the media business, it's like they're really contemplating that's going with the nuclear option. And I don't know how Romo would really get much of anything. I mean, he'll get a little bit, but every contract I've ever signed, I've always said there's always that morals clause in there, and it's pretty obvious that technically you did violate the morals clause.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you get out of that if you're Romo. If CBS wants to get rid of him, the problem is Romo will sue him and try to find some loophole and some fine print at the bottom to try to get them to pay. I think it's like $70 million or something like that. But like, do you tune in for Romo? Like, I like Romo. If he's on, that's fine. I don't really tune in because of him.
Well, I hate to say this because I love like Ian Eagle and Kevin Harlan, and there's some great broadcasters out there. But with the NFL, you're tuning in because the game is on. Like, I've never turned on a game or even turned off a game other than like Vin Scully at towards the end when you wanted to hear every one of those moments, or Madden and Summerall when you knew it was going to be the end and you wanted to hear those moments. I've never turned on a game or turned really off a game because of the announcers that are calling that game. If I want to watch the game, I want to watch the game regardless of who's broadcasting it.
Well, I will not turn the game off. What I do is I hit the mute button if they're really annoying me. So I'll watch the game in silence, which I don't recommend. It's not much fun. It's better to have podcasters. The one, and this is an age thing. I'm at the age now where, like, when I see Al Michaels, everyone loves ripping Al Michaels. When I hear Al Michaels and see Al Michaels, whatever that is massive to me. Like, it just is a bigger thing, and I have to watch it. And that's it. Like, Tirico's good. Just for me, he wasn't around when I was a kid, and it's Al Michaels, and that's really it. Like, there's not, Joe Buck a little bit, but it's pretty much Al Michaels. And, I'm not going out of my way to watch. It just happens Al does every Thursday night game, which is always like a game we have to watch because it's an island game.
I mean, I hate to say it because we're in the business, but these big-time networks don't need to be paying these big-time bucks to these announcers because we're watching regardless.
Yeah. Obviously, we're biased. I think you do tune into a radio show to hear what you have to say, Bob. Right, your opinion on things. But yeah, it's just kind of background that are calling the games on TV, and really, really expensive background noise. A really pricey background noise, like the most expensive, like Rodeo Drive, Fifth Avenue, Madison Avenue, like really expensive.
Well, Ben Maller, as we talked to you about the beginning of the NFL season, you've had a week now to watch Patrick Mahomes throw the football around. Are you ready to say, yeah, the Chiefs are back like everybody else around the NFL is starting to do?
No, I'm not. I don't get worked up. This is one of my flaws as a talk show host, Bob. I don't get worked up, good, bad, or ugly, for any kind of performance in practice. Not a game, a practice. I just have never really gotten too emotionally attached. Even when people look great, I'm like, well, I still have to see it. And the reason, I blame baseball, spring training, because every year there's some guy that hits a bunch of at least when I was a kid, there was a guy that would always hit a bunch of home runs in spring training. And then when they played the games at night, all of a sudden he couldn't hit. And so I got burned by that. And I've taken that mindset. Like, I have to see that the wide receivers are going to the playmaker is going to be there for Mahomes. Like, I know Mahomes will be fine. Let's see how big an impact does Kenneth Walker have. Like, I want to see that, and you're not going to be able to judge that till the regular season starts. And I just hope the Chiefs have enough there where they're not depending on Travis Kelce, because if you're depending on Kelce, I don't think that's going to work out very well. If he's still your top playmaker, he'll make an occasional big play, but you got to have other people, and we know who they are. Worthy and Rice and those guys who are going to have to make those plays.
Yeah, those guys are really going to have to start stepping it up and being that next conduit to Patrick Mahomes. And maybe it's this kid Cyrus Allen that they got drafted in the 5th round. Needless to say, everybody is excited that he's back, much like they are in L.A. Aaron Donald's coming back now. Is that the case?
Yeah, well, he had a tryout. I think he passed the tryout, and it's really the same, though. It's like, does he want to play the whole year? He's not going to do the training camp thing. They just sign him right before the start of the regular season and all that. And then there's the other option. He did hire, Bob, a TV agent. He could hang out, get one of these no-show TV jobs for a few weeks, and then eventually come join the Rams mid-season. So he's going to play one way or another. It's just, does he want to play the whole year? Does he only want to play part of the year? And does he want to wait to see who gets hurt and how many healthy players the Rams have mid-season? So those are all things that are being decided. But yeah, he's coming back. He's mid-30s, been out of the NFL for a few years. How much does he have left in the tank? That's the question with a guy like that. He's been out for a while, so that'll be fun to see. It'll be interesting.
It'll be real interesting. 2 years out of the league is a long time to try to come back and really just bring that fire back to the table as well. It's not necessarily he's older. It's just, do I still have the fire and desire to play after 2 years?
Yeah, like it's usually in life, one of my rules, which is a loose rule, is when someone walks away from something that they love, that means they've exhausted everything they could do and they're over it. They moved on. It's like you're ready for something else. So if he was really ready for something else, Aaron Donald, like, what are you doing? Obviously he miscalculated, or he wants to pick up cherry pick a Rams Super Bowl if they win this year. I get it, but he did walk away, which meant he had exhausted everything. When I walk away from radio, Bob, I will have given every take I possibly want to give. I will have no takes left, and I will throw the microphone down and never pick it up again.
Yeah, and that's the way to go out, Johnny Carson style. If I could tell you right now, or the powers that be at ESPN right now, I'm going to give you the Chiefs and Rams in the Super Bowl. Would they sign up for that today?
Oh, heck yeah. Are you kidding me? In L.A., Mahomes versus Stafford. That'll be probably Stafford's last game, as likely this last year with the Rams. Absolutely. That would be amazing theater. And you have Kelce, probably his last year. Most think this is going to be his last year. So on multiple levels, that would be a chef's kiss.
Yeah, no doubt. Ben, we appreciate the time as always. Enjoy watching the exhibition football tonight, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of three, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin. Oh, yeah, baby. It's one word, and you know what it's brought by. Maloney's, Sand Trap, and The Landing. It's 3 fantastic local spots that have delicious, wonderful food, cold, great beverages, and walls full of TVs to watch your favorite sports team, to watch your favorite sport, football, which is back on tonight. Hall of Fame game, baby. 21 straight Thursdays with the pigskin being thrown around, and you should spin them at Maloney's, Sand Trap, and The Landing. All 3 with outdoor patio seating as well to enjoy this nice weather that we're still getting. The Landing tonight. $8 cheeseburgers and fries, happy hour from 3 to 7, and then boom, live music on the outdoor patio from 7 to 10. So you can watch that first 10 or 15 minutes of the Hall of Fame game. Once you get bored, boom.
Boom, outside.
Live music outside. Yep. Perfect for you over at The Landing and that $8 cheeseburger and fries. It's a
Do you know
damn
who's
good
playing
deal.
tonight at The Landing, by the way? Have you heard? It's the Jay Binkley Trio. Yeah, he'll be up there playing.
That guy's an idiot, man.
Oh, man, I can't wait to talk to Jay Binkley on Wednesday.
You missed it yesterday. You missed it. It was good. He was great yesterday.
I'm sure
Fantastic.
He's fired up, man.
Well, he's ready to go. It's football season now. Yeah.
I did think about him a couple of times on my honeymoon.
Okay, now we got to move on from that. I'm just going to save you from yourself there. Okay, what do we got in one word today? Thinking about Binkley on your honeymoon, bro. You got issues. No offense to Jay, but I mean, I'm not thinking about Jay as I'm on the beach with my new bride.
I just remember looking
How's it going, honey? Well, let me tell you something. I got Binkley on my mind.
You think about Jay Binkley?
You're thinking about Binkley on the beach?
I just remember him a couple of times I was looking at Chiefs updates, thinking about, man, it really is in my blood. I can't get away. And that's what he said. It's in his blood. He'll be looking at the Chiefs.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That's true. That's what happened. How about this? Stephon Diggs, not to the Chiefs, but to the Commanders. 1 year, $12 million deal. One word.
Replacement, I guess, for Debo. You know, you can have Stephon Diggs. That's fine. He's going to do his thing. Unless it's Tyreek Hill, the Chiefs aren't bringing in anybody from the wide receiver graveyard, if you will, because all these guys that are still out there. I would still love Keenan Allen to be here in Kansas City.
Big time would love that.
I think that would be a nice addition.
Yes.
I don't think Tyreek Hill adds anything here into the fold, and I hate the fact that we're still talking about Tyreek Hill and potentially being here. The guy can't use his leg. We got to move on from that. And maybe they have, and maybe it's our fault. Maybe we're just the ones, the fans and media, we're just the ones talking about it. Or it's Tyreek constantly putting out Instagram videos.
I'll go staying, because that's what the Chiefs are doing. They're staying put. Jadeveon Clowney, no. Stephon Diggs, no. They are telling us they believe in what they have. They're also telling us they don't have the money.
I was
to do
they
those
don't
things.
got the dough.
Which they could move Creed Humphrey and make $8 million without even asking him. It's part of that contract.
No, cash I'm talking about. Like scratching the cash.
Actual scratching the cash is a thing. But they could get the cap space pretty easily to get $12 million for Diggs, in my opinion, which I still would have done. But I still would have done that for one of Clowney or Diggs. But hey, whatever. I got to trust Veach, got to trust Andy Reid. That's not the only addition. It's not official yet, but it seems like we're getting closer and closer. Aaron Donald, future Hall of Fame defensive tackle, back at the Rams practice facility yesterday. He was working out in pads and a helmet. One word.
Crazy. It's crazy to me because, as we were talking about with Ben, and I don't remember if this was on the air or off the air, and he's right about this. When you do something that you love and then you walk away from that, you've gotten all the love out of that. You've exhausted that, whether it's a relationship, a job, whatever the case may be, something that you love so much and you're willing to walk away, that shows you got all of everything that you wanted out of that. Hard to fall back in love once you've said, I'm not in love anymore. And so that's where I'm interested to see Aaron Donald, the ability to play from the mental side of things after being away for 2 years. It's going to be tough. And maybe he's doing it because he wants to get this media thing going, and he's going to document it all and turn it into his first documentary.
Yeah, a little documentary for big Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go beast. I mean, this guy's just an absolute beast. I don't think he'll be the 99 overall player, Hall of Famer that he was 3 years ago. But shoot, if he's 75% of that, he's going to be fantastic. Mm-hmm. And they need, honestly, I know it's going to sound crazy because people are just, Rams. It's an extremely top-heavy team. They lack depth about everywhere. Mm-hmm. If one guy gets hurt, they will suffer. Aaron Donald's kind of a needed addition for that team. I know that sounds crazy. I know it does. But seriously, it's a top-heavy team. They don't have near the depth that other teams like the Seattle Seahawks in that division have.
And that's what happens, though, when you get all these superstars, right? You only have so much money that you can spend.
Yes.
And so you load up on your superstars, you sacrifice the rest of the roster. And that's why, with Andy Reid, and even Pioli said this, we want to be strong from 1 to 53. Your 53rd guy on the roster matters. Just look at the Chiefs, how many times a nobody has contributed to something. So you have to be strong from 1 to 53. Being top-heavy isn't great, especially, as you said, if you suffer an injury, you're effed.
You're done. The aforementioned Rams will arrive in Australia the day before their Week 1 matchup against the 49ers, which is obviously going on in Melbourne, Australia. San Francisco taking the other route. They're arriving a full week earlier so players and coaches can adjust to the time difference. One word.
Well, are we talking about the Rams or are we talking about the 49ers? Are we talking about everything?
The different strategies.
Yeah,
one
word.
word.
Different I would use. Vastly different is the word because it is extreme. I'm more in favor of what the Rams are doing, quite honestly.
Same.
Just get down there, play, and get the hell out.
Yes.
There's no need to go down there for a week.
Because guess what? You got to adjust when you come back.
And you got to adjust when you come back, and that's where I was going. It's the. I'm not worried about the adjustment of going down there. I'm worried about now you're down there an entire week. And now you're going to have to – so you're adjusting – you're putting your players in adjustment time twice.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, I'll go business. This is a business trip, man. Let's go down there and get it done. That's all we need to do. We don't need to worry about adjusting and having our week there, and let's see some of Melbourne's fine sights. No. We get down there, we win the game, we come back. I like what the Rams are doing.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of what they're doing versus what the 49ers are doing. Now, the other thing is everybody on the 49ers is injured right now, including the coach, right? I mean, like, everybody is on the injured list there. Maybe they're looking to get away from the electrical plant for a week.
Yeah, exactly. The substation.
Yeah.
Golly, man. What is going on over there? It's bad news in San Francisco.
No, it's really bad news.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
No, it's really bad. That window is, I believe, closed shut. Locked.
Yeah, we'll see this year, though, man. And now with the coach, like I said, the coach being injured plays
tragic.
into it as well.
That sucks. Yeah, you hate to see that. Yeah, hate to see that here in Kansas City with
and
the enemy
also,
situation.
Too,
all of it sucks.
You know, real quick, total sidebar. Shout out to Brett Ballard this morning, who had a horrible car wreck in Topeka, the head coach of Washburn, the former Jayhawk.
Wow. Oh, no.
One car accident, smashed into a bridge or something like that. Serious condition in Topeka. So, you know, everybody's thoughts are with Brett today, man. Get through this.
Yeah, I hate to see that. That's awful. Absolutely. Red Thursday flag. The Chiefs unveiled their design for the 2026 limited edition Red Thursday flags, which will, of course, raise money to support local families at the Ronald McDonald House here in Kansas City. This year's flag features head coach Andy Reid's famous catchphrase, "How about those Chiefs?" in white and gold lettering on a red background alongside the team's official logo. One word.
Well, the word I'm going to use is headline, because I saw the headline that the Red Thursday flag this year is going to have Andy's iconic phrase on it. I go, oh, and the flag's going to say, "Time's yours." That's kind of cool. And then I clicked on it. I'm like, oh, how about those Chiefs? Like, immediately I went to "Time's yours" as Andy's iconic phrase. But I love the flag. It looks really cool, Mac. I don't know if you've seen a picture of it yet.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It may be my favorite one that they've done. You know, it just looks awesome.
It looks great.
And I love the fact that everybody's going to have that opportunity on the 10th of September. They're doing it Red Thursday this year with the football season being, you know, kind of the way it is and how it's all started up. So they'll do that on Thursday, and you'll get that opportunity to get the flag. But it is cool, man. I like it.
Some Royals stuff here. They had another win yesterday. That's 2 in a row now against the Twins, 8-2, and then last night 2-1. They made a trade yesterday as well. The Marlins have traded Jacob Berry. 1 second.
Never heard of him.
To the Kansas City Royals. Berry, 6th overall pick in the 2022 draft, slashed 245, 325, and 377 across his 400 and almost 70 minor league games. One word.
Okay. I mean, the 6th overall pick in 22, and, you know, you're getting him after the trade deadline. Can't be much value in that cat.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, whatever.
Fine.
Yeah, whatever, fine. Trying to do something, I guess. I would have liked to have been more active at that trade deadline. I know I missed a lot of that talk, so we can move on from the Royals there for a little bit. How about this before we get out of here? Pistons G League hosting open tryouts next month for non-refundable fee of $250. Also, the Nuggets now are doing that, I think, for $350. Open tryouts, baby. One word.
Scam. Great way to make money for the team, and I would suggest go do it. I tried out for the Royals back in 2001 or 2002, and they had an open tryout at Johnson County Community College. So I went down there, me and my buddy Paul. He carried a briefcase like he was my agent. Now, mind you, I know all these guys that were in the front office at the time. And so they were kind of laughing. They were in on the bit. And then they made the first round of cuts, and I made it to the second round. And I felt bad because, like, I got to go work. I was just here for a little bit of a bit. But there were people that I'll never forget this guy who drove in from Pennsylvania on his last dime thinking he was going to make the team.
Oh, man.
It was sad.
Oh, man.
Like, I was there for the bit of the thing.
Of course.
Right?
I think most get it. And
right.
then there are those few.
There are those few who are thinking like, they're going to make the team. And this guy really, I felt bad. And he got cut, and he was so pissed that I made it to the second round. I'm like, dude, it's a radio bit. I'm leaving. That guy. But I felt bad. I really did. Like, this was this guy's last tank of gas. He's coming in on fumes to try out for the Royals at Johnson County Community College.
Come on, bro. I'll go. Sorry, keep going.
No, as I say, so the fee makes a lot of sense, so you don't get.
Yeah, exactly. You got to pay to get in. Yeah. I'll go buckets because that's what I'd be doing in these open tryouts, baby. I'd make them give me a second look. That's for sure.
Yeah, I love it. Go do it. If you're in one of those cities and there's an open tryout for a team,
and you got the money,
go
why not?
for it.
Yes, sounds awesome.
Hell yeah, it is. You like to this day, I can say I tried out for the Royals.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
Something to say. So that is one word brought to you by our good friends everywhere, right? Maloney's, The Landing, and The Sand Trap.
Yeah, and again, go to The Landing today, $8 cheeseburger and fries, happy hour from 3 to 7, live music on the outdoor patio from 7 to 10. And, of course, at all three of those spots, fantasy football drafts are getting going. Make sure and book your fantasy football draft at one of those three places, Maloney's, Sand Trap, and The Landing. Bring your whiteboard. Get the fantasy football drafts going. I'll be back on Sundays, probably this just in a couple of weeks, not this Sunday, maybe the next Sunday, talking all things fantasy football. I'll help you out with your draft.
There you go. So make sure you have it at one of those three spots. And, Maloney won't be there today. He's taking his kid to college, so it's the perfect time to go to one of those three locations. Coming up here on 96.5 The Fan, we're going to smash or pass and give you a chance to win a $50 gift card to Booth Creek Wagyu because somebody likes the Chiefs who normally doesn't. Wait till you hear this next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Noah Williams, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for the Chiefs, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Jay's Southland Tow Service are unbelievable. They're like family for us, and it showed a couple of months ago when my daughter got into her car accident, and I immediately called Jay's Southland Tow because that's the first phone call you make when you're in a car accident. Get them out. Get the car off the road and make sure everything's okay. And before the tow truck even arrived, Rusty came out there, safety advisor, and sat with my daughter and comforted her and calmed her down. And I'm like, man, this was so good to have Rusty here at this accident because he took it into his own hands and coming from somebody else that's not mom or dad made my daughter feel outstanding. And I can't thank the folks at Jay's Southland Tow enough for doing that for us. And when you're in trouble, they'll do the same for you. That's why you need to put their number in your phone. So when you have an accident, the car breaks down, keys locked in the car, whatever it may be, you call Jay's Southland Tow. 816-779-4TOW. That's 816-779-4TOW or at southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by the most local police departments and Tammy from the Westin. It's Jay's Southland Tow. There's nothing they can't do, so be in the know and use Jay's Southland Tow.
The last 3 days of our summer sale are here. Save from 30 to 50% on suits, sports coats, and sportswear at Peter's Clothiers. Find the look you want at the price you'll love. Visit Peter's Clothiers at 124th and State Line.
Hey, Kansas City, it's Johnny Dare. Everyone shopping New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola have been saving an unbelievable amount of money on brand new trucks, Jeeps, and SUVs that have slight cosmetic damage from the spring hailstorm. New Century has a wide variety of these vehicles left that are priced to sell. Save thousands and still receive all the factory incentives. Go see my friends at New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram while these deals last. Remember, you'll always pay less in Paola.
See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and driving in this area means navigating everything from busy metro traffic to open Midwest roads, so having the right auto insurance really matters. With AAA, switching today means you could save up to 21% on your auto insurance. AAA offers trustworthy protection, personalized coverage options, and customer service that gives you real peace of mind. And when you bundle policies or insurance multiple vehicles, you can save even more. Visit AAA.com. That's AAA.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And all it takes is a few clicks. We make buying metal online easy so you can spend less time shopping and more time getting things done. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Place an order online today at metalsupermarkets.com.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in.
When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more. USPS, official shipping sponsor of the NHL.
Looking to get more out of today's MLB action? FanDuel has you covered. Right now, you can head to the FanDuel app and claim a profit boost to use on any bet type for today's games. That's any bet type, money lines, totals, home runs, player props, however you like to play. It's just simple. By clicking Claim Now, grab your ticket, apply it to your bet before you place it. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. Maybe you're backing your team to win. Maybe you like the over. Or maybe you're calling your shot and you're picking someone to go yard tonight. Whatever you're feeling, use your boost to get more out of your bet. Visit FanDuel.com/local now to claim your MLB Profit Boost token. FanDuel, your home for home runs. FanDuel is the official sportsbook of the MLB and 96.5 The Fan. 21 in President, Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable Profit Boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side 70 westbound Oak Grove into Green Valley, heavy with an accident reporting, and then 70 slows again through the 470 interchange. Northland 35 southbound slows at Vivian, stays very heavy down past the Shoto Traffic Way with construction. 169 highway southbound slows from 68th Street down to Inglewood, heavy again from 29 to 9 highway, both with construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
All right, we're back at it here on a beautiful, gorgeous Thursday morning. Dusty is out playing golf today. He is at the Cypress Point Golf Club there in Pebble Beach, so having a day out there. Maybe he'll hit one in the Nance's backyard. He can go, hello, friends. Can I play out of your backyard today? And then all of a sudden here, look out, Jim! Oh, wait, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
we're not going to get that anymore, which is very sad. But, I mean, the moral of the story goes, Tony Romo was great his first year, never got better.
Never.
Ever got better. Like, he did not improve. That was it. He got worse.
He did.
As time went on.
A little lazy there.
Yeah, got very lazy. Wasn't doing his homework. You could tell. I mean, once the game passed him by, which was quickly after he retired, he just went into kind of auto mode and just thought, well, I had a good first year. That was 10 years ago, man.
Yeah, it was a
long time ago.
Seriously.
And so CBS is going to get its opportunity to maybe part ways with Tony Romo based on what went on and move J.J. Watt into the number one role. But what I think they should do, and I think this would make a lot of sense, go get Greg Olson, man. That guy is fantastic.
He's the man.
And he's got that clause in his contract where if he gets a number one job, he could go. And so if CBS does end up moving on from Tony Romo, then, I mean, that's where I would go. I think Greg Olson is fantastic.
He's dynamite.
People love him too, and that's the other thing. People like him. They love him. Yeah. They're excited for him. He's good on TV. So that's the guy that I would absolutely 100% go after if I was a CBS, and if they are going to truly make that change with Tony Romo in the booth. Coming up in about 10 minutes or so, injury that took place at training camp Mac needs to vent about. But right before we do that, we're going to do smash or pass here on 96.5 The Fan. We're going to play a drop. We are hard, okay? When you hear that drop, be caller number 5, and you will win a $50 gift card to Booth Creek Wagyu, KC's best steaks, now with 2 locations, 95th and Knoll and 135th and Metcalf, and Shawnee Mission Ford, on a mission to do more, online at ShawneeMissionFord.com. What are we smashing today, Mac?
All right, smash or pass. How about this? One of the biggest stories of the day and of yesterday. No more GEHA. They are out. It is officially back to being just Arrowhead Stadium. And I know Chiefs fans, I know the text line, it always was. We never were calling it GEHA, of course.
Right.
But Jim Nantz was, right? Hey, we're here at GHA at Arrowhead Stadium. You won't hear that anymore. It'll just be exactly what it should be. Arrowhead Stadium, smash or pass.
Yeah, smashing that one. It's a good day for the fans. We understand the relationship with GEHA is ending in the way that it currently is set, and that's great. And it was a good 4-year run for GEHA, or however long it was. But now it is back to Arrowhead, and the way that the Chiefs are positioning it, we're closing out our home with its original name. And there's something special about that. There's something just romantic about that. And we talked about it in the 6 o'clock hour. We'll get back to it about 8:15 this morning of just everybody sharing their first Arrowhead memory. Doesn't necessarily your favorite Arrowhead memory, but your first Arrowhead memory. And you can feel free to weigh in on the Jay's Southland Tow Service text line all you want about that this morning. So I'm smashing the fact that the last 4 years, it's just going to be Arrowhead.
Yeah, big time smash. I don't know if it's 4 or 5 years.
Well, 2031, they'll be in the new joint.
Okay, so
yeah.
So
27, 26, 27, 28, 29, 5 more years?
5 more seasons. Yeah. 5 more seasons getting to go Arrowhead. And as we talked about, and we'll talk about it later again, make your memories while you have it.
That's right.
Enjoy it. Take it in. Maybe one less shot of Fireball before the stadium. Really take that in and remember all of it because, man, it's going to be special this season and the next 5 seasons. No matter if it's wins or losses, we know what Arrowhead brings, and it's memories.
Yep.
Mad Dog, he says the Chiefs will bring some wins back. He says Mahomes has a lot to prove, and he's going to do it.
Does Patrick Mahomes have something to prove? Doggy, I'll start with you.
I think the whole team does. I think Kelsey does. Everybody thinks he's shot. I think Reed does, older coach. I think the Chiefs are going to be a pain in the neck. Denver, they get them in week 1. That's a very interesting game because, and that's a Monday. Is that a Sunday night game or a Monday night game? I think it's ours. Sure. I think it's a Monday night game.
Might be.
And I think that is a fascinating game. And I think, he didn't play well last year. He got injured after the season was already lost. Remember, he got hurt in December. He didn't get hurt in October. He got hurt in December. But he's hearing about Allen. People think he's better. He's hearing this GM say he's not a Tier 1 quarterback. What, are you going to go against Patrick Mahomes? I love the competitive spirit. I think he's going to be feisty. And I think the Chiefs are going to be really, really good. And I expect a big year out of him. I really do.
So all right, smash or pass, Doggy.
Yeah, smashing that one, obviously. It's really good stuff about Mahomes and this organization and the Chiefs. He thinks they're going to win a lot of games. And, it's morning again in America. And the world is waking up and realizing that Patrick Mahomes is a pretty damn good quarterback. And Andy Reid is a pretty damn good head coach. All of that stuff that people talked about in February, March, April, May, everybody now nationally is doing a 180 because they saw Patrick Mahomes finally go out there. Hate to be the guy that told you so, but we told you so it was going to be this way. But now everybody's back in.
From day one, there's no one like Mahomes. I'm smashing that part of the audio for sure about Mahomes. But I got to pass some of the rest of it because I know he mentions Kelsey. I know he mentions Reed. But, and it's the Nationals, right? So they're not in the know like we are here on the team and knowing these rookies that are killing it or knowing, hey, Chris Jones is about to have a dynamite year again or, hey, Noel Williams, the corner, that's the leader of this defense in the secondary that I've been talking about for a while. They don't know about these guys, which is fair. But I think that's what I'm passing on is that these guys are mentioning Mahomes, but then they'll talk about the offensive line, having question marks, and they don't know that Josh Simmons is going to be elite this season, things like that. I'm passing on that part of it because I think people are forgetting and really don't know what the Chiefs do have in a lot of areas this year. And I'm not saying there aren't question marks or aren't holes on this roster, but the things that they do have shored up, that they have shored up from the draft and from coaching situations, things like that, what are people not talking about on this roster? And I think there's a lot of it. To me, it's this defensive line as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Simmons said about Mason Thomas yesterday, extremely explosive. You almost have to be off sides when you're facing him. He's going to keep tackles on their toes. Mason Thomas has been killing it.
Mason Thomas.
Yes, I understand. Mason Thomas has been killing it in training. And he's ours. In training camp, we know what Peter Woods has been doing. We've been talking about him since day one. This is a guy who could have been a top 5 pick before the season, and he dropped because Clemson sucking, not him sucking. And he's going to be just a great pair and a great duo.
I love a good pair.
With Chris Jones.
There was one Christmas where Spector's grandma sent him a box of pears.
Really?
Yes, like these Harry and David pears, like $8 a piece type pears. That's the upper crust that Spector deals with.
Oh my
and he didn't like the pears. I force-fed myself pears for months. Fruit of the month.
Oh, yes, I don't like those pears. I'm Spector. Yeah. All right. Well,
they weren't poached or something.
So I got to say, I am passing that part of it, and I get where Dog's coming from. I know it was asked about Mahomes, but I got to say, there's a lot of parts of this roster that people aren't talking about.
Yeah, and you know what? That's going to be the thing, though. That's the low-hanging fruit narratives that we're going to deal with the Nationals going in. It's going to be about, is this offensive line going to be good enough to protect Patrick Mahomes?
Yep.
Are the wide receivers good enough? Are they going to use the running game?
Can they get
this
to the quarterback?
Defense going to be? Yeah, exactly. Those are going to be those narratives. And I'll be honest with you, man. I don't expect these guys on the national level to know, as you mentioned, the intricacies of everything. Because if you take us out of Kansas City and tell us about, I don't know, let's just pick a team, Denver, we don't know the intricacies of everything that's going on out there because we're not following it day to day. You follow the big headlines, and those become the narratives and the talking points. And that's why, as Dog even said, we got the game on it's our game, right? That first game of the year, that Monday night game, right? It's our game. If this offensive line goes out and plays well, it's not going to be a narrative anymore. But if they go out there and they play poorly in that first game, it will be the narrative all season long.
Yeah, it'll take over.
It'll take over. Yep. No matter how good they are. We are hard. All right, caller number 5 right now, 913-586-7965. You're going to win a $50 gift card to Booth Creek Wagyu, Casey's Best Steaks, now with 2 locations at 95th and Knoll and 135th and Metcalf, plus Shawnee Mission Ford on a mission to do more online at ShawneeMissionFord.com. Coming up, there's an injury that Mac is mad about, but I'm going to spin it and say, kind of like the Royals. Next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Josh Simmons, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you something. My friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control will tell you how to get your lawn looking good, and then they'll go out there and they'll actually show you how to get your lawn looking good, because that's what they do. They take bad yards and they make them look awesome. And I can speak from experience because our yard stunk. It was awful. Worst yard on the block. Nobody took care of it for the entire time the house was there until we moved in. And then we fought it for 10 plus years trying to get it right. And finally, we just said the college-educated professionals at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are going to take over, and they're going to do it right. And they did. Almost immediately, our yard turned into the best-looking lawn on the block. And like I said, college-educated professionals, they study the soil and the seeds and this climate. They know everything there is to know about growing the best grass right here in Kansas City. And once they do that for you, then you can sit outside and enjoy it with that mosquito dome, keeping the mosquitoes, the fleas, the ticks, all of that out of the yard so it's safe for you and your pets as well. So right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. Don't wait. Visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes you can cash in this football season out in Las Vegas with 3 Circa Sports contests. Entries starting at $1,000, all with zero rake. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action, 128 ways to win. Or Circa Survivor. You pick one winner each week, the last one standing wins. And Circa Grandissimo with a $100,000 entry. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains August 7th through the 13th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal.
For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
Chiefs training camp coverage sponsored by Border Magic, giving your landscape its winning edge. This football season, give your home a winning edge with Border Magic. Custom concrete landscape edging adds lasting beauty and unbeatable curb appeal. Choose from a variety of styles and colors, all backed by a 10-year warranty. SouthKC.BorderMagic.com. Chiefs coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. RENNER, forward and back.
Almost Andy Reid here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door summer tune-up. Plus, get free repair or replacement quotes and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
RENNER.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side 70 westbound Oak Grove into Green Valley, still heavy for about a mile with an earlier accident. Northland 169 highway southbound heavy approaching Inglewood, slows again around Briarcliff. 35 southbound heavy from Vivian down to Antioch. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
This is Michael Waka from the Kansas City Royals, and you're listening to 96.5 The Fan.
KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey Sports Station. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty.
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
A show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's go up there?
Here's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Likens.
Well, Dusty is off today. He is out playing golf, and he will be back tomorrow here on 96.5 The Fan. He's out at Shinnecock Hills, and so hopefully he's hitting the ball straight and doing good things.
Oh, yeah.
Opportunity to play one of the great courses out there, one of the founding clubs of the USGA. So he's out there playing Shinnecock Hills today, man, getting the opportunity
Lucky him.
to go out there and hit the links. Max in for JT today. Good to see you.
For real, though, thanks to JT and Nathan both for the last week and a half or whatever. I know it's gone a while, but it was a super great time spending with my wife.
Oh, now your wife. Now we're calling her our wife now.
Yes.
Just because you're married doesn't mean you call her your wife.
No, man, it was really fun, though. Had a great time. Hope you had enjoyed the wedding as well. And
Fun.
yeah, thank you to JT and Nathan for doing that. That was awesome.
Hottest day of the year in Kansas City.
was.
No lie.
Really
2 to 7, the hottest 5 hours of the day. We were outside. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was still a great time.
No,
People,
it was,
people
of course.
enjoyed it. People
Absolutely.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Like, you just got to embrace that. We all knew what it was
Yeah,
going to be. You're going to
course.
sweat, so just embrace it. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I can't sweat.
my gosh.
Everybody's sweating.
We were all, yes, everyone was gross.
Yeah. Showered immediately.
I'm
when we
sure.
got home.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
sure.
did, I'm
yes,
sure.
Yes, we did as well.
You know,
yes.
get out of all that sweat and everything. But no, it's good to have you back. It's good to be back for the start of football season.
Heck
and
yes.
keep this thing moving in the right direction. We'll get to some football, but I wanted to bring this up because this is something I did not know, and I'm sure you didn't know, and I'm sure most of our listeners didn't know this. Do you know that we have a guy chasing the Ironman record in baseball right now? Last night, Matt Olson played in his 896th consecutive game, passing Stan Musial for 8th all-time of longest streaks of consecutive games in baseball history. Right? That's pretty cool. I didn't know we had that going on.
It's amazing.
Okay? Looking ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Olson's streak began May 2nd, 2021, his final season with the Athletics before being traded to Atlanta. If the 32-year-old slugger stays healthy, he'll keep ascending the leaderboard over the next few years. By the end of next season, he'll reach over 1,100 in consecutive games. That will put him 7th. Midway through 28, he'll pass Billy Williams, Miguel Tejada, and Steve Garvey for 4th. And by May of 29, he'll pass Everett Scott for 3rd. Well, it gets a little bit tougher after that. To catch Lou Gehrig of 2130, he'll have to play every game until 2034 when he's 40 years old. And to catch Cal Ripken Jr., he'll have to keep going another 3 years after that. So he'll have to play every game from now until 2037-ish to break the record of Cal Ripken, and we're in 2026.
Wow.
That's a lot of baseball left to be played.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Well, 162 a year, you do the math, right? You're not knocking off a lot of games all at once. And so he's going to have himself a long, long, long career if he plays that long. But I mean, like, if you're Matt Olson right now, you're never sitting down, right?
No.
Like you're not sitting.
No. I gotta complete this streak.
Yeah, at least get to 1,000 games or something, right? That'd be kind of cool.
That is cool.
I'm going to kind of start and follow that in the back of my mind a little bit. So
There
that's
you go.
kind of a little bit.
That is fun.
Yeah, a little bit of news from baseball to kind of keep it fun in the month of August. Chiefs over the weekend, we talked about it on, I guess it was Monday here on 96.5 The Fan, was the Cyrus Allen situation and the injury and everybody losing their minds over him playing special teams. Of course, we bring Dana on. He goes, this is the way it goes in the NFL. I've made the league. I was a 7th-round pick. Everybody plays special teams in the NFL. It's part of the deal. And so people were losing their minds over all of that, and he's fine. He's going to be okay. Got a little bruised shin, and he'll be back out there, and he'll be ready to go. And so we can kind of put all of our fears and our subsidies subside, or whatever we want to say that, move on. I was more concerned, quite frankly, with the Xavier Worthy injury than I was with the Cyrus Allen one, because Worthy gets injured looking at somebody.
Yeah, it seems like that is the case with Xavier Worthy, even though that injury last season that initially ailed him and sidelined him was as a freight train, and Travis Kelce probably running the wrong depth. Very unlucky there. But the one thing I was seeing this on the honeymoon, everyone's going, well, why is this guy in special teams? First off, that's ridiculous. It was the 4th day of no pad training camp or whatever. Of course he's going to be on special. He's a fifth round draft pick. He's a 5th-round wide receiver.
Yeah.
The thing that people should be mad about, they're mad about the Chiefs for playing on special teams. They should be mad at the Chiefs for making us care about this much about a 5th-round wide receiver.
That's the angle. Yeah.
That's the part of this, that we shouldn't be relying on a guy who's a 5th-round wide receiver, and we need him to be our Puka Nacua. We need him to be our Stephon Diggs, both former 5th-round draft picks. That's poor planning. It's the same thing that we did with the running back last season. You know, obviously, Dusty, I, and you were in that small little studio after the Super Bowl 2 years ago saying, hey, this team needs a running back. What did they not do? Add anything besides Elijah Mitchell from San Francisco, who barely played a snap at running back. That's kind of what happened here at wide receiver. I know Cyrus Allen is looking like he could be great, and it could be an awesome addition, and I really am hoping for that. A diamond in the rough pick, maybe it could be another one for Brett Veach, but that's not enough. That's now you got 3 guys at best that you really can rely on. I know Chad O'Shea, and we've talked about him, and I think he's going to help a lot in the improvement of both Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy, but they did not add any real additions to this room, and I think that's malpractice. Hopefully Keenan Allen is on the way for this team, but they're one injury away from us talking about Andrew Armstrong, who I saw. What's going on? I mean, again, to me, that is just malpractice from this team, and that's the thing that Chiefs fans should be upset about. We're getting worked up on 4th day at training camp because our 5th-round wide receivers hurt.
Playing special teams, which that's what you do.
Of course, that's what you do.
Because as you know, as Dana pointed out, and it's pretty obvious. I mean, I think the people that were reacting to that, they lost their minds for a hot minute, because Tyreek Hill was a 5th-round pick and played special teams. Travis Kelce played special teams. You only have 48 guys on the active roster. Your linemen are out of the question. Your quarterbacks are out of the question. Your kickers and punters are out of the question. So you're limited to what you can do. And yeah, sorry, a rookie 5th-round wide receiver is going to be out there.
Especially maybe not later on in the season once he starts proving himself, or once we know who he is, but it's the 4th day or 5th day. I mean, we're week 1,
right?
And no pads. Yeah, he's doing everything. Yeah, that's the way this goes.
He's got to make the team.
And injuries happen.
Yeah, they do, and that's the other thing in the NFL. And people get mad when you say that. Oh, injuries happen. They do. It's part of the game. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say about that. That's the reality of it. Like, I'm not going to get mad about it. I can't get mad about it. I can't control it. No, guys get injured all the time. I'm not going to wear that, anger in my body. I'm just not. I'm going to let it go, and we'll move on, and we'll find out who that next guy is. But kind of like with the Royals situation, right? Like, you lose your closer, and before the season even started, and you did nothing to fix that position.
Yes, it's exactly the same thing.
I mean, that's malpractice right there. On February 26th, Vern told us this guy was not good. You had 6 weeks, basically 5 weeks, to go out there and fix that closer position, and you ignored it, and you didn't do it, and then immediately he stunk and then got hurt, and you were left holding the bag. And I get that's where kind of we are right now with this wide receiver position because there isn't a lot of depth out there right now for this position. But, I mean, look around and say how many positions have a lot of depth. That's the thing. Again, with a limited roster that you have, the wide receiver just stands out to us because of where it was last year and where it's been the last couple of years. I think Chad O'Shea comes in and makes a noticeable difference this year. And then we really see the big difference in 2 years with those wide receivers because they've had a whole year of learning and understanding. And these guys,
a high draft pick of some
sort,
top
hopefully
2 rounds.
Right. And then maybe a move in free agency or something like that. However, Mac, at the end of the year, we may be screaming about something else too. You don't know that. There may be these wide receivers may surprise all of us, and we may be going, "Oh my God, you got to fix the defensive backs." Or I'm just throwing a position.
That honestly
out there.
was the one I was thinking of, so that's fair.
There could be, and I'm just making this up, but things happen always during the course of the season where you go in with an expectation, and things happen, and that expectation doesn't get met, or you get surprises. As Josh used to always say. It's okay for guys to get better from one year to the next. That's allowed. Yeah, go do it.
We forget that that's what happens with coaches, too. These guys are getting better at their craft. They're working hard to stay in this league, and to do that, you have to get better. That's in any industry, in any profession. 913, he's got to be out there, guys, but you're intentionally missing the entire point. It's as a gunner. He's never going to be a gunner. He would be a returner like Nico.
We don't know that.
You don't know that. I don't know that. We're not intentionally missing anything. Again, he's a 5th-round wide receiver. It's week 1 of camp. He's doing everything on special teams.
He shouldn't be a guy that we're excited about.
No.
A 5th-round wide receiver should not get the fans excited.
Let alone relying on
Right,
which
relying
seems
on.
like that's already what we're doing.
Right.
And that, to me, is bad news.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm with you on that. He had a couple of nice catches, and Mahomes said he had some chemistry with the guy. We all lost our minds.
Oh, my gosh.
And then he's out there on special teams as a 5th-round wide receiver. And I can't believe you'd play this guy. And no, that's the way it goes in the NFL.
Happens. That's the way this happens. You should have more depth at the position that we've been talking about for 4 years now. So that to me is the bigger issue here. But again, it's not saying we don't think or hope that Cyrus Allen's going to be awesome. I do hope so, and I think there will be some good moments from him this year. I really do.
But we can't be banking on a 5th-round wide receiver to save the day. And if he does, then great. Man, Tyreek Hill saved the day as a 5th-round wide receiver. Maybe this guy can do something similar to what Tyreek Hill did. Coming up here, it's the biggest story of the day. Every Chiefs fan is excited about it, and we want to hear from you. We'll explain next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Ken Walker III, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm like you guys, right? We're all in this together. These high-interest credit cards, high prices everywhere you look, and you're thinking to yourself, I just need some relief. And if high-interest credit card balances, higher grocery bills, and everyday expenses are keeping you up at night, it's time to call my friends over at Golden Oak Lending and take their free mortgage checkup, because maybe you're paying bills every month, but you can't seem to get ahead. You make those minimum payments, and because of the high interest, the balances barely move, or they just keep growing. You may have built equity in your home that can help. A simple refinance from Golden Oak Lending may allow you to use the equity to consolidate high-interest credit cards and other bills into one manageable monthly payment, which gives you the much-needed breathing room you've been looking for. So start with that free mortgage checkup, like I tell you all the time. Best phone call you are going to make, and let them go out there and see what they can do for you. That free mortgage checkup will be awesome. So call them today at 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD, or visit GoldenOakLending.com. Golden Oak Lending, MLS 114937.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
Hey, it's the Lawman giving you a couple updates. Just settled a case for $1.175 million on a commercial vehicle accident, $750,000 on a motorcycle accident, $557,500 on a premise liability case. Call the Lawman.
The lawman gets results of the law.
If you've been charged with a felony DWI, call the lawman. You only got a short window to get the admin file in Missouri and in Kansas. Call me now.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It shouldn't be based solely on advertisements.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where supplies start at just 25 cents?
Staples has the latest laptops with up to 40% savings.
I may hug the cashier.
So embarrassing.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples with up to 40% off select tech. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Are you looking to get more out of today's MLB action? Well, FanDuel has you covered. Right now, you can head to the FanDuel app and claim a profit boost to use on any bet type for today's game. That's any bet type you want. Money lines, totals, home runs, player props, however you like to play. It's simple. Just tap Claim Now, grab your token, and apply it to your bet before you place it. So head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. Maybe you're backing your team to win. Maybe you like the over. Maybe you're calling your shot and picking someone to homer. Whatever you're feeling, use your boost to get more out of your bet. Visit FanDuel.com/local to claim your MLB Profit Boost token. FanDuel, your home for home runs. FanDuel's the official sports book of Major League Baseball and 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable Profit Boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to the home of the Royals, 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Oak Grove into Grand Valley, 70 westbound, moving better. Earlier accident has cleared. Northland, 169 highway southbound, heavy approaching Inglewood with construction. Slows again. Briarcliff down past 9 highway. 35 southbound off again on again. Slow from Vivian down to Antioch with construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
All right, back at it here, 96.5 The Fan. We're on, and we're loving it right now. Mac Morey on the other side, producing for JT today, while Dusty is out playing Royal Liverpool in England today, playing golf at one of the great golf courses out there, the Royal Liverpool legendary links course. You know they've hosted over a dozen Open Championships, Mac, right?
Of course. Lucky to be there.
So today, I consider myself very fortunate to tell you that it is now just Arrowhead Stadium. It is no longer GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. And we all know how these deals work, right? They come, they go, they end, they move on. And the Chiefs have said, you know what, for the last 4 or 5 years of Arrowhead Stadium, we're just going to call it Arrowhead Stadium. It's what the people want, right? It's what the folks want. It's what the fans want. And for the last couple of years that we have our home, our original home, we're just going to call it Arrowhead. And we're going to get back to the basics, if you will. And that's a great way to, put that out there. GEHA was involved as well, saying, yeah, we're going to not name the stadium anymore, and we're all going to move on and kind of do our own thing. And I love the fact that for the last couple of years of the stadium, they're going to call it Arrowhead, and they're going to finish out in Arrowhead where they began, in Arrowhead Stadium, when that stadium first opened, after they played at Municipal, obviously. But, the stadium opened as Arrowhead Stadium. The franchise grew its sea legs there, became one of the premier franchises in the National Football League at Arrowhead Stadium, became the greatest place in the NFL to watch a football game, the greatest atmosphere in the history of the National Football League. And so for the last couple of years, we're all going to enjoy this together, and we're just going to call it Arrowhead. And we're going to go home to Arrowhead and do our thing. It's like, it's crazy to think about, but 60-some years went by in the blink of an eye. And for a lot of people, these last 5 years are going to go by in a blink of an eye, and you want to enjoy every single moment out there. And it's kind of right, and it's kind of cool to talk about your first Arrowhead experience and what that was like, because they're all different for everybody. And we've been taking them in all morning long on the text line 913-586-7965. We want to hear about your first, not your best, but your first Arrowhead experience and what that was like for you and how you experienced Arrowhead Stadium the first time.
Yeah, and we've got some great ones here already. First game, all three, Dad, brother, and I went together. We got 50-yard line front row visit a few years ago against Herbert. We lost, but we heckled Herbert every time he came over, and the guy next to us kept laughing. Turns out it was Herbert's dad. LOL. Nice guy. Isn't that great? It's fantastic.
That's good. I love it.
That's so good.
Oh, man. You got to be careful. Sometimes you're sitting in that family section. You don't know who's around.
You never
right?
know. I love that Herbert's dad had a great attitude about it. Was just laughing, the whole time. That's awesome.
Like he introduced himself, right? Said, hey, by the way, I'm Justin Herbert's dad.
Like, oh, sorry.
Oh, my God. No, you guys are hilarious.
Yeah. All right, good, because we're going to keep heckling your son, so... And then he got the win. So good for Herbert, I guess. That's hilarious,
That's
though. And
great.
again, it's not about the win or loss with these things. It's really just about your first memory.
Yeah.
913-586-7965. Keep sending in. This was great. So we got this one earlier, Bob, and we got the rest of the story because this guy said, met my wife at Arrowhead. You said, I need the rest of this story.
Yeah.
He said, spilled my beer down her back. The rest was history. He said,
it's so good.
It's so good. He's a gentleman. He said, took her up into the walkway, helped her clean up. Then he made a joke. He said, I told her I should have asked you for your number before rubbing my hands all over you. He said, and she said, yeah, you should have. Our first date was the next home game.
How cool is that?
Awesome.
Right?
Now they've been married.
Oh, they're already married.
I think met my wife.
Oh, yeah, met my wife. Duh. So what I will say to that is we got to get you to renew your vows at Arrowhead Stadium at some point. I am an ordained minister. I will be more than happy for a small fee to preside over the ceremony. Hell, we could do it in the parking lot of the game if you guys want to do that.
Lot.
If Ralph doesn't sell the bus, you come out to the bus. We'll renew your vows right there at Arrowhead on one of the games. We'll get together and we'll figure out a game that's going to work, and we'll do your vows in the parking lot. I think that would be a ton of fun.
That would be awesome. No, you actually have. That's
Maybe
now
we
required.
should do like a mass wedding out there this year. If everybody wants to get married, just show up to Ralph's bus on week 2. And Ralph's going to love it. Who are all these people? We're having a wedding, Ralph. All right, fine.
All right, whatever.
Yeah. Just play some wedding music,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Get everybody walk down the aisle.
Yes.
What is the wedding music at Arrowhead? Like, what would the bride come into at Arrowhead?
I mean, probably Red Kingdom, right? I mean, something like that.
Right?
I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be something like that. I mean, it has to be. My wife's from Guatemala. It was mind-blowing for her to take her to a game. Season ticket holder, so I take her or our daughter or her family members and watch them just in awe, which is so cool.
That is great.
It's awesome. It's great taking new people to Arrowhead for the first time. It's so much fun.
It is. It's the best experience. I told my first experience was when I first moved out to KU in 1995. I think it was like week 1 or 2 of the NFL season, and the Giants were here. So my dad was going to come out, and we're going to go to Arrowhead, and we're going to do this thing together, and it was insane. I mean, it was incredible. I remember sitting in that stadium in the upper deck on the north side of the stadium, getting sunburned the entire time because I thought, oh, it's September. I don't need sunscreen, right? Roasted up there, and the Chiefs won that game in overtime. And that was my first Arrowhead experience.
That's great.
And so you remember those moments. You remember the first time you did. And, my wife texted me because remember the first game we took the girls to was 2020. I go, yeah, that was during COVID. We had the whole section to ourselves. It wasn't
different.
Yeah, it wasn't really like that first true Arrowhead experience, and it was weird. That was a weird time to be alive and at sporting events.
Very weird.
That 2020 game, I remember it like it was yesterday. I mean, we're just sitting there in the gold seats, and nobody was around anybody. It's like we were in one section, empty section. Some people were in one section, empty. I mean, it was crazy.
Not the way it should be.
No,
never the way it should be. And I'm glad we're done with that and back to getting to enjoy the best stadium in the world for now for the next 5 years. Back to the wedding, 816 says, and then after the ceremony, she pours her beer on him. That's fantastic.
I like it. Yeah,
get him back. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, full circle moment there. Yeah, my first time was, I don't even know when it was, 09, 010 maybe, or 09, 2010, something like that. Up on the very, 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 very top row, very cold game against the Colts. They got their asses kicked, but my favorite Chief of all time, Jamal Charles, ran an awesome touchdown. It was like a 40 or 50-yard run to the end zone. And I just remember my dad having to help this super drunk guy who passed out. His friends left him, gave him a hot chocolate, and we ended up being friends with him, hanging out with him for the day. And one of my best friends, one of my groomsmen in my wedding to this day, was there with me on that game. And that's another thing. You foster relationships at these Chiefs games. Even if you already have a friendship, it's something that connects you. It's something that every Sunday you're going to watch together. And, 1 or 2 Sundays a year, hopefully you get to go to a game together. Mm-hmm. It's something that it adds memories to a friendship and it strengthens a bond.
It does, and you create friends. I mean, you talk about it all the time. How many people that I've just become friends with because of this job, but also because of the Chiefs and Arrowhead, like all the Lot D guys, and I talk about Dan Joy all the time, and John Stoner and Paul Long and all those guys that did the Lot D stuff back in the early days, and you look around now and you see a lot of the same people still out there and doing their thing and having a good time, but it creates these lifelong bonds and these lifelong relationships, and that's what sports really is all about at the end of the day. It's a community. It's people with a similar interest enjoying something together.
Yep.
And a lot of times we take it too far. We take it too serious. We get way too invested at times in some of this. But if you step back and you look at what the basis of sports really is and what it's about bringing together a community and bringing people together that have the same interests, that are all rooting for the same thing, that want the same result at the end of the day. It's the greatest community environment that you can find. And that's why, Arrowhead Stadium has been so special for all of these years, because you do build those family-like relationships out there.
Yeah, in a world right now where there's just extreme division, whether it's, you're talking about a bag of chips or talking about politics, whatever it is, there's going to be division. It's divisive. There's arguments. In sports, it's great. Even if it's a Raiders fan, a Broncos fan, you're making friends with other people from other places, and you're just having fun, liking the same thing. And that's America's sport. That's football. From the 6-2-0, 25 years ago, preseason game versus Washington, I was there with my dad. We saw this kid return a punt for a touchdown. My dad said, I bet he makes the roster. That kid? Dante Hall.
Yeah, Dante, yeah. That's 2001. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was his second year. I mean, Dante is such a great story, too, because, he credits Dick Vermeil with saving him, saving his life, basically, and giving him that opportunity to play here in Kansas City. And, he was drafted by the previous regime. Vermeil come in, was a father figure to Dante Hall, and he turned out to be one of the most exciting, fun-loving, great human being as well. Dante Hall is one of the best humans you'll ever find, and he had that opportunity to do it here in Kansas City and grow up right before our eyes, and that's some dude's first memory. That's cool.
No, it's awesome. No, it is great. 913, my first time was going with little brother, mom, dad, late 90s, playing the Chargers. They still had smoking sections.
Oh, yeah.
Parents went up to smoke and ran into John Perella's parents, O-lineman from Nebraska. Parents ended up friends with parents, and we got to attend the Johnny Perella football camp in Grand Island. I know it wasn't a Chiefs players camp, but I still loved my Chiefs, and as a child, it was so cool to meet an NFL player at the camp and continue my love for football.
That's really cool.
It's awesome.
I mean, that's a great story.
It's a great
right
story.
There.
You never know who you're going to meet, never know who you're going to run into. And again, at that sort of environment, people are open to saying hi to someone new, and as you always should begin at these games, go up to someone you don't know, say what's up, share a beer, whatever it may be, give them a hot chocolate if they've had too many, whatever it may be. You can just make and foster relationships with these sorts of things.
Yeah,
man.
and there's not a time at the tailgate, and you've been to a couple of them, where we're not bringing somebody in that we don't know and welcoming them in. And even if they're in a Broncos or Raiders jersey, you start with, oh, nice jersey. And then they come over and you start talking, you end up best friends.
Yeah, you end up hanging out. You're like, oh, wait, you're actually really cool.
Yeah, because we all have the same thing in common, man. We just want to get through life.
Yes.
We all just want to get through life, and if sports can help us do that, it is a wonderful thing. So continue to bring in those top memories of Arrowhead Stadium, your first memory of Arrowhead Stadium. A lot of quarterbacks getting resurrected this year, right? I mean, it's going to be an interesting year when you look around this league and you see some of these quarterbacks that are out there. You got Kyler Murray playing out there in Minnesota. He's on a new team. 2 new quarterbacks down in Atlanta right now that are battling, not well, but battling each other for their jobs. I mean, you got 2 quarterbacks playing in tonight's game that are new, if you will, to their teams, and Kenny Pickett and, of course, the guy from Miami, Carson Beck, playing for the Arizona Cardinals. So there's a lot of quarterbacks out there that have an opportunity this year, and guys coming off of injuries. Daniel Jones is coming off a gruesome injury. Patrick Mahomes is coming off a gruesome injury as well. So there's a lot of guys eligible potentially for that comeback player of the year.
Yeah, I think, we've seen it now the last few seasons, whether it was Geno Smith a few years ago. We've obviously seen Sam Darnold over the last couple of seasons resurrect his career. I mean, Daniel Jones, as you mentioned, resurrected his career, even if it was for 10 games. He was one of, if not the best quarterback statistically for 2 months of the season, legitimately, after being complete ass over there in New York. My quarterback, and this doesn't happen every year, but I do think we'll get another one this season. I think Kyler Murray is going to resurrect his career. That's a team that won 7 or 8 games last season with J.J. McCarthy, who we know is utter garbage.
I saw a tweet from Paul Charchian up in Minnesota, a fantasy football guy. Used to be on the station a ton back in the day, people familiar with Charch. And he goes, the battle is not between Kyler and J.J., it's between J.J. and whoever the third-string quarterback is. Like, they're convinced up there that J.J., I don't even think he's competing for this job.
No, and he shouldn't be.
No.
He really shouldn't be, not only because he sucks, but because Kyler Murray, as much as he's been kind of a butt of a lot of jokes these last few seasons, he has shown things in the NFL. He's made a lot of flashes and extended flashes for whole halves of seasons. He's been MVP candidate type player.
That's why he's like one of the worst players you could have in the NFL.
I get it, but he was also on a team, on a franchise that's one of the worst franchises, not the last 10 years,
ever,
of the last 25 years, of the last 60 years.
100.
Exactly.
Dude, they've been around over 100 years.
Yes.
And the Chiefs had more playoff wins 2 years ago than the Cardinals have had in their existence, I think, or something. But there's some bizarre number like that. I think they've only been to the playoffs 7 times in over 100 years.
They are a despondent franchise. They are awful, and Kyler Murray led them to actual wins, led them to relevance. I think that says something. Now he's on a franchise that, yes, has not been able to win a Super Bowl in their whole existence, but they have been relevant. They have made the playoffs. They have a great coach. They have one of, in my opinion, still the best wide receiver in football. They have a great number 2 wide receiver in Jordan Addison. TJ Hawkinson back from injury. Aaron Jones there. They've got a team. They've got an offensive line. If Darisaw can stay healthy over there at the left tackle position, we know what Brian Flores does with that defense.
People love that dude. I've never seen people like loving an assistant coach like they are with B-Flow this year. And yes, I B-Flowed him.
Yeah, that's a B-Flowed him. Yeah, he's one of the best defensive coordinators in football. He should be a head coach, in my opinion. Kyler Murray's going to have a great season. I don't know if they'll win that division, one of the best divisions in football, maybe the best division in football, in my opinion, because I don't think there's a bad...
Well, it's wide open. You just don't know who's going to win, and they're all good.
And they're all good. That's the thing. They're all good. You can look at, the AFC West, there's the Raiders. You can look at the NFC West, there's the Cardinals. I don't think there's that team in the NFC North that's going to stink. I think all of them are going to be competent at least. And I think Kyler Murray, with the weapons, with the franchise, with the support that he has, I think we're going to see a really good season from him.
Who's the last place team in that division? Because if
I lean the Lions.
That's where I'm leaning.
I lean the Lions.
I'm leaning big time towards the Lions.
Yeah.
And that doesn't bode well, I don't think, for Kneebiter.
No, it doesn't.
Dan McCarthy or whatever that guy's name is. Like, it's not going to be long.
For the Kneebiter.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
Like, if they finish in last place, that wears off very fast up there in Detroit. But what is last place in that division? 10-7 and not making it into the playoffs?
I was going to say 9-8, like 9-8.
Detroit's
10-7.
a good team.
Yeah, oh yeah. They're going to be very good.
They're a good team.
Yes.
But that division is so stacked. Now, I'm interested in Minnesota. They could be the one, because even with Kyler Murray, how quickly is he going to adapt and adjust and get ready and be that type of player that Minnesota needs him to be? So that's it with the quarterback situation being a little bit different there.
They've
you
got
always
the
have
guru.
to factor that in. They do. KOC is legit.
He's the guy.
They got B-Flow and KOC, bro.
Exactly.
My dad always used to tell me as a kid, he goes, if I wasn't a Giants fan, I'd be a Vikings fan. That was his secondary team. I got a lot of friends that are Viking fans, and so
the Skull Chant's fun. Fan base is cool.
I've always rooted for the Minnesota Vikings. I always have, because it's like, why not? That's an easy team to root for. It doesn't get in the way of you rooting for anybody else, and they never win.
Yeah,
and
they haven't won.
You want to see them do good things, and I love their uniforms.
Yeah, the colors are great. The uniform's awesome. The whole logo, everything's great about it. And that new stadium is sick. I'd love to go up there and visit
Not for a concert, but for a football game.
Did you? Was it great?
No, it was terrible for a concert.
Oh, for a concert.
Too many glass windows, and they tried their asses off. It was just the sound quality was not fantastic.
Yeah, I hope that the new Arrowhead does well at that. I'm sure that they've got a long history now of other people failing.
Clark and I'll have a chat about what to do. No, because I'm not kidding. I was thinking about, you're going to have drapes for that glass ceiling when concerts are there.
Yes.
To keep the sound in.
100%.
Because that's what killed it in Minnesota. So, Clark, curtains, thick curtains that go across that thing to keep the sound in, because it stunk in Minnesota with all that glass.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. The acoustics just don't work. But Kyler Murray is my resurrection QB this year, just as much for the team around him as it is for Kyler Murray. I think he's got actual talent.
Can I be a weirdo here for a second?
Please.
I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes as my QB.
Fair enough.
Right?
Fair enough.
The guy's going scorched earth this year.
There's no question.
Jackson Dart may be another one, too. Kind of a resurrected. I know it's only been 1 year.
And he was solid. He just couldn't stay healthy.
Couldn't stay healthy. But that's what I mean by resurrecting him, by teaching him. You'll know they'll know after this year if Jackson Dart's their guy going forward, right?
Yeah, they have to.
They have to know, right?
They have to know.
And if he's still running around, then he's not listening to the coaches. He's going to be gone.
No, 100%. No, that's a good point, because there's a lot riding on this team now for John Harbaugh and the Giants. They've got a lot of new young players, and if Jackson Dart's going to be the guy, they've got to capitalize on Malik Neighbors, even on Cam Scatterbo. There's not a long future, I believe, for him in this league.
No, he's got a couple more. He'll be much like Pacheco.
He'll be a little bit better of a Pacheco, hopefully, for them, and that's going to be about it. And then you've got to figure out what's next. So John Harbaugh
will he be better, or will he just be a better personality than Pacheco?
I think he'll be better.
Okay. Because Pacheco was pretty good his first couple of years.
He was good.
He was good to the injury.
Yes, he was good. He was good, and then the injury happened. But I think Cam Scatterbo is a better running back. I think he's got better vision. I think he's more athletic. Yeah, I think Pacheco was awesome, and any analogy, he was angry at the ground. I think a lot of it was that. And Cam Scatterbo's got a lot of the meathead stuff. I bang my head against the brick wall before games. I do backflips on my torn knee. But I think he actually has some legitimate talent to him as well. What about QB that you're buying that everyone else is selling?
Oh, wow. QB that I would buy that everybody else is selling. Is Tyler Shuck in that category? Are people selling him quite yet, or is everybody kind of in love with him?
I think people are maybe a little bit too in love with the Shuckster.
Okay.
I think we've got the same answer. I think it's C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
We're both buying him, and I think we may be the only two ones, man.
Everyone
else is
in.
out.
Yeah.
Out. I saw him 23rd or whatever on a QB list recently. It's disrespectful.
I'm in because I love their coach. Huge DeMeco Ryans fan.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, he's been pretty good down there at C.J. Stroud. They've had 11-win seasons, have been to the playoffs.
His regular season last year wasn't that bad. It
Wins
really
playoff games, faces the Chiefs and loses, and everybody thinks he's bad. Or faces Buffalo and loses, and everybody thinks he's bad.
Yeah.
So
and it was not his best game against Buffalo. I understand that. No, that was a poor performance, and he has not. And it's also to your point. It's also plays that incredible rookie season, doesn't have the same stats these next couple seasons. Oh, he's bad. He's fallen off. No, he's got some things to work on. He has not been perfect, and he needs to improve. But C.J. Stroud, we act like he's complete garbage. I think you've got to look at situations. It's the same thing as you've seen Mahomes maybe erode a little bit at certain areas. Why is that? Offensive line injuries, lack of wide receivers getting open, maybe some, I don't want to say inept, but just some stale coaching from Andy Reid and from offensive coordinators, stale play calling, lack of a running game. All those things are true with C.J. Stroud. They had a bottom 5 running game just like the Chiefs did last season. They had a terrible offensive line, And that wasn't because of injuries like it was with the Chiefs. That's because they got rid of a great left tackle and they didn't have anyone else. So they've shored some of that up. It's because Nico Collins got hurt. Dalton Schultz missed multiple weeks. If they're healthy, they've got weapons. C.J. Stroud's a good quarterback.
Yeah, he really is, and I'm all in on Houston. I
Me
think.
too.
I mean, I just
Me
saw
too.
some videos of stuff of them the other day, so I've been watching a little bit of what's going on down there, and I'm all in, man. I think they're going to win the division. I don't think it's going to be particularly close. I think Jacksonville has the back year, where they were great last year under a rookie head coach. All right, we'll take those step back because they always do. Who else is in that division right now? Tennessee. I'm falling for Cam Ward because I've watched the quarterback, and you always fall for those guys,
of course.
in those. But I don't think
But the rest of that team is not there.
I'm not quite sold yet on them as the organization. And then Indianapolis, man, this is a major year for them, right? It's a major year for Ballard, obviously, a major year for Daniel Jones.
Seriously, Ballard has paid everybody.
Yeah, he has. So these
Jones,
guys need
Pearson today, just a couple hours ago or an hour ago, Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor got paid, yeah. And
2-year extension.
So everybody's gotten paid there now. So Indianapolis could be a player, but I just feel like Houston has a lot more talent than the Colts do.
Oh, yeah.
A lot
Agreed.
more talent than the Colts do. And probably a better coach than who the Colts have. I don't even know who the Colts have as their coach, right?
Colts conversation is contending for playoffs. Texans conversation is contending for a Super Bowl.
Contending for a Super Bowl, yeah, absolutely. Colts can be a wild card team. I don't think that's, far off. But I think those are the two best teams by far in that division right now, and it is the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Coming up here on 96.5 The Fan, this former athlete is going to do something that my wife loves doing every single day. We'll tell you what that is next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Peter Woods, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football on 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Park and Go want to make your airport parking experience easy enough for me to say, and that's why they take care of everything. When you park at Park and Go, every spot is covered, so your car is never out there in that nasty weather or the hot summer heat for that matter. You're going on a trip, you booked your flight reservation, now you got to book your parking reservation at bookparkandgo.com. Make sure you have that reservation booked, and make sure you prepay, because when you prepay, you're saving a lot of money as well. Show up on the day of your flight, and they'll direct you to that covered parking spot they've reserved for you. And in seconds, the van is there to take you right to the airport terminal. You don't wait at all. Sometimes they even beat you to that spot. And then you're there, you're relaxed, and you're ready to go on your trip. When you get back, you're tired, you just want to get home. So grab your bags and walk outside. The bus is there. Jump on it, and it's right back to Park and Go you go. So join their frequent parker program like we did and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Hi, this is Toby Tobin along with Jason Goodenkoff from Lewisburg Ford in Lewisburg, Kansas. Hi, Jason.
Hello, Toby.
Let's talk about the buying experience at Lewisburg Ford.
It's the best anywhere. Just ask all our customers, Toby. It is hands down the best experience you can have buying a new car. We have the no-hassle Toby Tobin price that we've had for 35 years now. Nobody else can say that. We've been saving Kansas City thousands and thousands of dollars for a lot of years.
I have been buying Ford cars and trucks from Lewisburg Ford for over 30 years. And I know personally this is the best place to buy a Ford car or truck. Great prices, but there's a whole lot more than that.
It doesn't just stop at price, Toby.
Yeah.
There's other factors to this equation, and it's trade-in allowance, financing, and the experience of how knowledgeable the people are that you're dealing with. And we surpass everybody in all those areas. We always have. We always will. That's why calling us is important.
Do you have that new pickup?
Absolutely. And it's dynamite.
Okay. Lewisburg Ford is your best place to buy a Ford car or truck. What's your toll-free number?
816-444-2300.
Lewisburg Ford or LewisburgFord.com.
This is the Game of the Week report, brought to you by Hyundai.
Pro baseball action continues next week as the regular season plays on and the stretch run toward the postseason begins. One highlight is the classic field game return to Dyersville, Iowa on Thursday, August 13th, the first edition since 2022, as Philly takes on Minnesota for the showcase event.
The Game of the Week report is brought to you by the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Learn how it's so much more than just another SUV at HyundaiUSA.com.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal too, right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Plug-in Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offers end September 8th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Babe, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Chiefs coverage is brought to you by New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola.
Spring hail means big savings at New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola. Save up to $15,000 on hail damage new and used vehicles, plus all factory incentives. But this hail of a sale won't last long. New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola. You always pay less in Paola.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland 169 highway southbound, still heavy approaching Inglewood with construction. It's lightened up slightly, and then slowing past that from 9 highway to the airport exit. 35 southbound off again, on again slow from Vivian down to Antioch. Kansas side 35 slow as you make your way northbound from about the merge with 69 highway, just off again, on again sluggish up past Antioch. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Well, I'll tell you, coming up tonight, we've got the Hall of Fame game featuring Carson Beck for the Arizona Cardinals and Kenny Pickett for the Carolina Panthers. It's a good Southern name, Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. T-Rex arms.
You know, people will say, Kenny Pickett, that's a good question for a defensive back. I don't know. But for the quarterback, Kenny Pickett, he's playing tonight.
Yeah, he will throw some picks, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm excited for this, dude. This is needed. I know it doesn't matter.
No, it does. It is needed.
But it is.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Since the World Cup, there's been nothing to watch, right? And so now we get the opportunity to have sports back in our lives.
You got baseball fans in the text line. Come on.
I mean, it's just, what are you watching, really? I mean,
yeah. Yep. No, I'm excited for the playoffs, I will say. MLB playoffs will be great.
Yeah,
always
playoffs are
always
great.
are.
Playoffs are great in every sport, right? They're awesome, and it will be fun. But again, 162 of these things, Jesus.
Please, guys.
God.
The lockout seems inevitable. Something that we can get done, maybe a shortened season,
Yeah,
please.
maybe. I mean, my God.
I don't know I know in football or in basketball, rather, it's always talked about like that 60, 65 game mark's usually seen as like that's enough. That should be at 60-ish. I don't know what that number is in baseball. 100 games. Sounds good.
It's perfect.
That's
it's
great.
The perfect number. You know, we've talked about it for years, but the owners don't. You know, they need to make up their money elsewhere, and because the players are going to want to still get paid for 162, and the owners are going, we're not paying you for 160. So there you go. It's just another thing to deal with. But you know, there's going to be a work stoppage. I got that on good authority. There's going to be a work stoppage in baseball.
Yeah, it's happening.
Now it's going to happen in December, right? if you don't miss any games and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't really affect anything. But people think this is going to be a nasty one, and it's going to, be drug out. I don't think we're going to get to a shortened season. I know they floated like 154 out there, but at that point in time, you're only cutting a week off. That doesn't really do anything. You need to make your regular season games more as a race to the finish, if you will. Like make these games mean more. Light your ass on fire a little bit. Play like your hair's on fire, they used to say, right? That's what you need to do.
Yes, that's what you got to do.
So anyway, you got the Hall of Fame game tonight, right? And you're getting back to the swing of things because for the next 21 Thursdays now, folks, we've got football being played on a Thursday night.
Yes.
What's interesting about this game, and I don't know that you even know this because I didn't know it until about 3 seconds ago. Mike Tomlin's making his debut tonight on NBC.
Oh, okay. Pre-game?
Yeah. He's doing he's on the NBC Football Night in America. So we get Mike Tomlin tonight, which will be cool.
Oh, great. Usually I'm not a huge, the pre-game shows, as you know, I think that they kind of all suck. I'll be watching.
I'm with you. I don't normally, like 12:02 is when I turn into
right?
the game kicks off.
Exactly.
That's usually when I tune in.
Right, yeah.
Tonight will be different because it's the first of the year. I love Mike Tomlin with all my heart, so I'm anxious to see how good he is.
See him.
He's the guy who was the coach when they drafted Kenny Pickett in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to hear what he has to say about Kenny Pickett right off the start. Like, not a great spot to be in if you're Mike Tomlin on your first game is that you're going up there and you're talking about a quarterback that you used to coach for a hot minute and got rid of because he wasn't that good.
So he wasn't good.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Mike Tomlin handles that side of the broadcast tonight.
I think he'll be great.
I think he's going to be fantastic. Yeah,
he's good at everything he does.
He really is. He
is.
Yeah, he's just great. He's so good. So I love that. This was an interesting one yesterday, and I just smile from ear to ear because it's really perfect. Chad Johnson has applied to be the phys ed teacher at his child's middle school.
Love that.
Ocho
So
Cinco
cool.
has applied to be the phys ed teacher at his daughter's middle school. I absolutely love that.
Don't let him teach the nutrition.
No, because all he eats is McDonald's.
That's all he eats.
But to have him in there, how cool would that be?
That'd be incredible.
Like maybe the kids don't even know who he is because he's played so long ago. I need to see this. I need this because I think he'll be wonderful.
He'd be awesome.
I tweeted to him yesterday. I said, if you get the job, my wife does this for a living. Let me know. She'll give you her ideas. Maybe they can collab on a few things to help him out because the work she puts in to teach physical education is insane.
She's talking about some of that. It is actually, because you're like, oh, PE, whatever. And you're like, wow, there's like so much creativity and thought that goes into this.
She's watching YouTube videos all the time about what classroom work to do and stuff.
No, she's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So I was like, all right, Chad, you need some help. My wife will be more than happy to help you, teach your PE class to these middle school kids. So I think it'd be a lot of fun. But if you could have an athlete teach a class, who would it be for you?
Blake Griffin.
Oh, that's a good one.
I just love Blake Griffin. I want to hang out with him. I want to grab a beer with him. He's hilarious. He's cool. He's personable. I think he'd actually be really good at teaching anything because he's captivating. You want to listen to him. He's fun. So yeah, give me Blake Griffin, man.
That's a good one. Immediately, two people came to mind, and I couldn't get past the first two. It's Jared Allen and Travis Kelce.
Two class clowns teaching.
Yeah, right? Like, imagine Jared Allen and Travis Kelce teaching the kids dodgeball. And then they would participate in the games, and it would be Billy Madison-esque, where he's participating in gym class and all that kind of stuff. So I think those two guys would be outstanding to have in the classroom. Jared Allen and Travis Kelce as your PE teachers.
No, that'd be great.
Right?
No, that would be awesome.
Vrabel's another one that I would have said, and I would have said that back in 2010 when we saw him pretend he was a football coach for one day. And I was like, oh, this guy's got it figured out. He's the guy who's going to be a coach. And yeah, sure enough, he is. Diana knows it, too. She's voted for him.
816, you'd like this one. I'd like Schwarzenegger to teach weightlifting.
That'd be great. Yeah, I follow Arnold's stuff. His app,
you
do. His app right now, he's giving it away for free. All you have to do is exercise.
Really?
Yeah. If you follow the program, he's going to refund all your money for joining the app. It's crazy. He's turned 79 this week. And for his 79th birthday, it costs $100 for the year. You finish the first workout, the first series of workouts, he gives you your $50 back. You finish, the year and you work out, he gives you your money back.
Let's go.
Yeah, because he's all about just getting people to be active. But yeah, kindergarten cop. I mean, that's a good example of Arnold.
Yes. Yeah. 913 says, give me Binkley.
Nah.
Hey, do that over again.
Yeah, I'm out on that. Matt Castle, I think, would be a very good PE
that'd
teacher.
Be perfect.
He'd be
Yes.
so fun in the classroom.
He'd be very fun.
Self-deprecating.
Exactly. You need that when you're teaching kids, especially because they're gonna make fun.
Yeah, like he would throw a dodgeball at a kid and miss and be like, "That's my NFL career right there."
Yes.
He would laugh,
Well,
right?
It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Lorenzo Kane is a teacher from the 816.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
He'd run circles around everybody. It'd be great. 816 says, I want to hear the kids say Mr. Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
913 says, will he go by Mr. Cinco?
Mr. Cinco.
And then Salvi, he says, after.
Oh,
As a
Salvi would be
teacher,
so fun.
The perfect one. The perfect one.
Mm-hmm.
So good with kids.
Yeah.
Smiley. You're going to want to listen. You're going to want to be a part of that class.
And it's infectious, too. Whatever he's teaching, you're going to want to learn.
Yeah, he's going to make it seem fun. He's going to make it seem interesting. He's awesome at that.
Yeah.
816, I think Andy would actually be perfect because he'd be really nice, have all the sports set up, and then you'd be able to run wild.
Andy would be too intense.
Yeah.
You'd be moving from drill to drill real fast. I mean, have you watched summer camp?
Yeah, seriously.
We don't need 8-year-olds. No. No bag drills, Andy. You know, the sled work doesn't work here.
I had this one as my second name. Ryan Fitzpatrick would be an amazing teacher in any subject. I had that one as well. First of all, he is hilarious.
Yeah.
But, I mean, second of all, he's smart.
Yeah.
He went to Harvard. He's actually extremely intelligent. He could probably teach you real subjects. Forget PE. He could probably teach you science, math, something like that. And he would also be captivating, come in those sunglasses and T-shirt.
And those birds that live in his beard, too, would be outstanding. That would be the class pet.
Exactly. It'd be perfect. And then 913 says Pat McAfee.
Oh, that'd be good, too.
Yeah. He'd be great.
He'd be a lot of. You got to pick those guys that you know are going to have fun with the kids and be a juvenile almost. I would have been a good PE teacher.
Yeah, you would have been great. Yeah,
everything else, no, forget about. But I mean, I would have had fun with those kids.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, as you should. That's what it's about.
Right. And you want to make them have fun and make them want to come back.
Jameis Winston.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah,
that's the winner
that's
right
a
there.
great one.
That's your
that's
winner.
Perfect.
That's
today.
yeah. You get the rest of the week off for that. Coming up here on 96.5 The Fan, I'm in love with the team, and I don't know why. We'll tell you next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Saquon Thornton, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circus Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. Dane Hughes here, and for everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app. Then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circus Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Farmers, our honesty is contagious.
Wait, am I going to catch honesty?
Well, when you're with Farmers, it's kind of inevitable.
Well, how long does it take to... I lied to you when you asked if I knew what a deductible was. I don't know my dad's birthday, and I thought umbrella policies were for rainstorms. Actual rainstorms. I have it, don't I?
You don't just have honesty.
You have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
AC service shouldn't be a hassle. That's why KC calls on KB Complete for all their cooling needs. For over 30 years, whether it's an AC repair, replacement, or maintenance, no job is too big or too small. From start to KB Complete, we believe in honest work, real results, and the kind of care that makes a difference. Call KB Complete at 913-730-5111 or visit kbcomplete.com today.
Your job's not done until it's KB Complete.
Kansas City is buzzing this summer, and the excitement keeps rolling into August at the Advent Health Championship, Kansas City's only professional golf tournament, August 20th through 23rd at Blue Hills Country Club. Watch the next generation of PGA Tour stars compete for their shot at the big stage. Follow your favorite player, enjoy the action from greenside, or upgrade to an all-inclusive hospitality experience. With tickets starting at just $10, there's something for everyone. Keep your summer going. Get your tickets today at AdventHealthChampionship.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins AeroBurst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of AeroBurst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Car wreck? Get the money you deserve. Mike's got this.
Paid for client betrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law.
How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this. 816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland, 169 Highway southbound. Moves better at Inglewood down to 29 sluggish, and then you're slow rolling around Briarcliff down the 9 Highway. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Tune in to Cody and Gold starting at 10 as they broadcast live from Chiefs training camp with exclusive one-on-one interviews and real-time updates from practice. This is your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts.
Coming up in about 15 minutes or so from now, a gentleman made his Major League debut yesterday, and boy, did he make himself known to Major League Baseball. You're going to love this story. You're going to love this story coming up in about 20 minutes because it's everything that makes life awesome. And we'll tell you about that coming up in about 20 minutes here on 96.5 The Fan. For whatever reason, I am in love with the New Orleans Saints this year.
It seems like you and everyone, right?
Is everybody kind of coming to this party now, so I'm
like,
not alone here?
All right,
I got to get out of this party because when everybody's there, it's not that good. Something's going wrong.
I know Dusty's a part of this party as well, which I'm not fully against it, but you love the Saints.
I do, and again, I was just there a couple weeks ago, and I love the city with all my heart. The people down there, the food,
Great
like
city.
it's got a special vibe. You know, it's got to become. I'm not going to ever say a second home or anything like that, but it's like I told my wife the other day, I'm like, we can't think of anywhere to go, or let's just go to New Orleans for a couple of days and eat, because the food is great. It's easy to get down there.
The music is incredible.
The music's incredible. Frenchman Street is wonderful.
I'd love to go back when it's not Super Bowl week, because obviously it was great there, but I want to see it in its just normalcy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I suggest to people all the time. We've been down there twice now where there was nothing going on, and it's a completely different city.
I'm sure.
It almost feels like, where is everybody? Like, you're used to Bourbon Street being like a zoo and everything being packed in the quarter when everything's going on down there. And then when nobody's there, it's like, man, it's really a quiet place and it's got so much to offer. And so I'm looking at this team and I'm like, I really like this team. Like, Tyler Shuck came out of nowhere last year and, hand to God, I didn't think this guy was going to be any good. We made fun of the guy's name. We're like, oh, it just works because it's New Orleans. That's why they drafted him.
Shuck and oyster.
But he had a really good final half of that season last year. And you start to get excited when you hear guys like Chris Olave out here talking about how great the fan base is. But more importantly, this team is starting to come together a little bit.
No, they really are. He talked about the team and the fan base.
Yeah, we got one of the best fan bases, I feel like, at the beginning of the year when his first couple of games, I feel like the stadium's rocking, especially when defense out there third down. But like I said, like you guys said, the energy around the Saints right now, even in the building, I feel like going out to practice every day, the energy's there, the competition's there, just friendly competition just to get better. I feel like we got a lot of young guys, like I said, with a chip on their shoulders. And just from the top to the bottom, Kellen Moore sets a great example, and our best players come out there ready to compete. So I feel like it's a standard around here and the culture that they built. And like I said, we're ready to go out there and compete week one.
Yeah, they're ready.
What's the temperature down there?
I don't know. It feel like 100 though.
Definitely.
I think it might feel a little bit more than that, Chris, if we were to look into that.
Very hot down there. Yes, very
like
hot.
100.
100 is that'd be cool down there. That's at this time of the year with all the humidity and
my
stuff.
wedding day.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Hot. Yes. But that New Orleans heat, man. If you're out there in football practice doing all that in the bayou,
man,
just disgusting out there. But I like what they have. I mean, Jordan Tyson and Chris Olave. I mean, you'll take them right now over what the Chiefs have.
10
it's
times.
It's not even close,
yes,
right?
Twice on Sunday. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great duo
it's
right there.
It's a really good duo, man.
It is. It's fun. Those are like two cool wide receivers that you have there. You got a nice duo at running back. Etienne and Kamara together at running back.
Achan.
Achan. Yeah,
now it's Travis Achan.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. My bad. So you've got two good running backs that you can go with. You've got two good wide receivers that you can go with. You've got a quarterback that doesn't know what he doesn't know.
You got a good tight end, Juwan Johnson, solid.
I mean, really good tight end right now. You got no offense on that team. I know he's past his prime type of guy, but that's still a veteran guy.
Tight end.
I mean, that's your second guy out there. So you've got yourself a pretty good offense right now and a decent enough defense, right? I mean, you got yourself a decent enough defense where
there's
you can
some
get
good
after
players
the
over there.
quarterback, and make some plays. And, Justin Reed's down there anchoring things, and we know how vital his presence is on the field for a defense. And so I just find myself kind of gravitating towards the New Orleans Saints. I think it's fun when the Saints are good, too, because no city parties like New Orleans, right? And to see their fans excited and to see that team doing well, it just adds to the pageantry of the NFL when certain teams are good. And I think New Orleans is kind of one of those teams, and I feel like they're a team that everybody can kind of rally around and get behind because I think everybody kind of roots for the city of New Orleans now, based on, I know Katrina was 20-some years ago, but even still, we still talk about that. That's still a big part of everyday life down there. And I think still America looks at New Orleans as like, we're rooting for you guys.
Yes.
And it's easy to root for the New Orleans Saints.
Extremely easy. And what Olave said is true. That fan base is badass.
Yeah.
Like, they show up, they're awesome. Wins or losses, they're going to be loud. And I think they'll have some wins this year. I think they'll compete. We're not talking Super Bowl or anything like that, but maybe winning that division that is way well below average and doesn't really have a superior competitor right now. We saw the Bucs and the Panthers both make the playoffs last season.
No, the Bucs didn't make the playoffs.
The Bucs didn't miss the
Yeah.
Bucs missed the playoffs last season. We saw the Panthers make the playoffs last season and look really good against the Rams, but against every other team, it seemed like they were floundering. They were really struggling. Against the Rams, they kind of came up into this new team. I don't know if that's real or fake. We'll have to see about what happens this season. But I kind of like I can't shuck you away from this team, especially the offense. You mentioned it. Their offensive line's actually going to be really good too, and they've drafted really, really well at that position lately. I think this is a team that competes.
I mean, let's look at that whole division. I think Baker's going to have himself a year, and I'm rooting my ass off for Baker Mayfield this year because I want him to cash in. He deserves it. I get where he's coming from, man. Okay,
Yeah.
I identify a lot with what Baker Mayfield has to say about everything, and so I'm rooting my ass off for him that he dominates and he's able to go get money. I don't think they're going to be that great of a team though because I think this Todd Bowles experiment has kind of ended
over
down there, and
over.
it should have ended at the end. I mean, they started 6-2 and they ended up not making the playoffs. That's coaching. That's discipline. That's that's
Mayfield
the little
was an MVP
things.
candidate. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if you had Andy Reid coaching that team, or John Harbaugh coaching that team, or Mike Tomlin coaching that team, or Bill Belichick coaching that team. Right. That's where coaching makes a difference. I really think that Todd Bowles left them flat last year. He did not help that team last year, and that's why they ended up at 6-2, falling short. That to me was all coaching. So I don't think they're going to win the division. I think two things can be true. I think Baker's going to have a good year, but I don't think Tampa's going to be that great of a team in that division. Carolina, I'm with you. They're a mixed bag right now.
I don't know if it's real or fake. I just don't know.
And Atlanta, I'm staying away from those people. I mean, my God, that team.
Come on, Penix and Tua.
I mean, and both of them are hurt.
Both all the time.
Yeah.
And Tua is one injury away from just, I don't want to even see that. And Michael Penix has not been able to stay healthy. And when he's on the field, he's one of those guys who makes the tough throws look easy, but makes the easy throws look impossible.
Right.
I mean, it's 1st and 10. There's a wide open out route and you're overthrowing it. Things like that, where now we're in year 3 or 4.
No, this is year, he was drafted the year before Ward, right?
I believe, that makes sense. So this is year 3?
This will be year 3 for Michael Penix.
This is year 3, so
this
it's time.
This is make it or break it time.
This is time. You have to be able to do this, and you're in a QB competition with Tua Tagovailoa, which I know Tua has had some fantastic statistical years, but hey, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Mike McDaniel aren't walking through that door.
Right.
And I like Drake London. I like Kyle Pitts. I actually think they've got some good skill positions. But yeah, I think that's a fantasy football team, but that's not an NFL team that on Sundays that's going to really compete.
They don't have a quarterback.
No, they don't.
You know,
they don't have a defense. I just don't really like what the Falcons are doing right now. I honestly don't.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're doing right now.
And with you mentioned the Baker thing, I understand that from Baker's standpoint. I also understand it from Tampa Bay's standpoint.
I do too. No, completely.
Listen, we offered you a 2-year deal of really solid money. By that point, you'll be 33, 34 years old. Like, you've probably already peaked. Like, I don't know what you want. You're a 10-win quarterback, 11-win quarterback at best. Like, this is what you get. You get a 2-year deal. You're 31.
Yeah.
I get where they're coming from, too. So it's one of those things where
both can be true again, right? Like, you can understand where Tampa's coming from, and you can understand why Baker's pissed.
Totally. You get it. And I don't know. A pissed Baker usually is really good. So maybe that fares well for the team. But also usually is pissed at something that's not his own organization. So I don't know if that'll cause drama inside, especially if Todd Bowles makes he starts to suck again, which he will. He's going to be. I'm telling you, Todd Bowles and Dan Quinn will not be head coaches after this season, at least not on their own teams right now.
No, I don't disagree with that at all.
Guarantee it.
And Bowles is not going to get another opportunity. This is his second, and same with Dan Quinn. This is his second opportunity as well to go out there and to coach a football team. So anyway, that is just a couple of things that I was thinking about the other day. I'm just in love with the New Orleans Saints. Is there any team you're in love with that you're like, I don't know why?
I think it's the Cowboys, man. I hate being this guy because it's the Cowboys, and it's like, oh, here we go again. I feel like I'm on ESPN right now. But the Dallas Cowboys are going to be really freaking good, man. I've always been a Dak Prescott defender. I think he's a top 8 quarterback in the league. We know what they have at wide receiver. We know what they have in an offensive line. And then that defense has been the one factor that they've been struggling on. I love what they've done. I mean, ever since that Micah Parsons trade, I've got to give it to Jerry Jones and them and the guy he employs as their GM, who's not an actual general manager.
Who's that?
I have to look up his name, but he pays him more than most general managers to stay there and not leave. He gets job offers.
I didn't even know they had this guy.
Yeah, he's like the scout. He's the guy who'd be a GM on any other team.
Give me his name and I'll be like, oh, yeah, I know that guy.
He's been there forever. Jerry Jones just pays him a lot of money to stay there and say, hey, give me the title because I'm Jerry Jones and I need to be the center of attention.
Right.
But yeah, man, they've got a great roster, and Schottenheimer might be a good coach.
Yeah, he may be. He was really good last year.
It may be
really
a one-year wonder, but last year was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, we all made fun of him last year.
Well, I mean, it was just kind of like
Schottenheimer.
But I don't think we were necessarily making fun of him. I think we were making fun of, Jerry's hiring another puppet.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it was like, oh, this guy's actually got command of the room. This is solid.
No, he's great. Well, look who his dad was, man. His dad
had a good point.
His dad could command a room maybe better than any coach of all time.
That's a good point.
Men, there's a gleam, and everybody would be in.
Yeah,
that guy could command a room better than anybody out there. Coming up here on 96.5 The Fan, a great, great, great Major League debut and an even better story next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Marcel Delane, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
Hey, the summer gets super hot, so now you need to get a Super Light. That's right. The team that brought you Surfside is back with something new. Meet Super Light, the new vodka plus aid canned cocktail. Super Light comes in 4 classic sports drinks flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and blue chill. And ooh, that blue chill is money, baby. With just 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light delivers a refreshing taste that's perfect for any occasion. From the golf course to the bar, at night, at the concert, a day at the ballpark, Super Light is here for the moment. Look for Super Light variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. You must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special both for you and your partner. At Heartland Men's Health, we take great pride in providing excellent care and treatment options for ED. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99. It includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices: Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Lemonade! Fresh squeezed lemonade! Lemonade? Oh, nuts.
Is your business struggling to be seen? Not reaching the right customers?
Yeah.
Odyssey's here to help. Your one-stop shop for digital marketing.
Wait, really?
With targeted digital media, plus SEO, SEM, social, OTT, and more, we help your business reach the right audience and drive results.
Whoa, hey, one at a time.
Stop missing out on valuable customers. Visit digitallocalads.com to learn more about our local advertising solutions. That's digitallocalads.com.
Okay, people, line starts here.
Before the season even kicks off, everyone's making predictions. Who wins the division? Who makes the playoffs? Who's lifting the trophy at season's end? On Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform, you can trade those predictions in a live market. For instance, Kansas City is only trading at 5% right now, meaning a $100 trade on Kalshi would net a $1,563 return. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there is no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. Trade the draft pick, the game, and more on Kalshi. Trade the Kalshi app and use promo code TAPP, T-A-P-P, to get $500 in bonus credits when you trade $25. K-A-L-S-H-I, Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Kalshi products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
Today, expect showers and thunderstorms with mostly cloudy skies and a high of 84.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Well, we're back at it, and with Arrowhead now officially just being called Arrowhead Stadium going forward, no longer GEHA Field. It is now just officially Arrowhead Stadium. We've been asking people all morning long to text us in with their favorite Arrowhead memory. Not their favorite, but their first Arrowhead memory is how we're phrasing it. And I got a friend, we'll just call him via letter. We'll call him the letter J. He sent me his first Arrowhead memory, his first memory of being there. He said, Arrowhead memory. I dated a girl in high school every football season only because her dad had season tickets. She actually liked me, but I only wanted the football tickets. It was a fall romance. I should have married her. I said, well, give her a call. That was 30 years ago. That's so good. So his friend with the first initial J was only dating women to get football tickets to
juice all over the place.
Stadium. We've heard that story a million times, right?
That's so good.
It's still so good, though. He texts me. I'm like, just Jay being Jay.
Yeah.
He's going to be happy tonight. He was texting. He was very upset yesterday. He got his fall beer finally from Hy-Vee. That came in the Sam Adams, the Bob's 47, all at your Hy-Vee liquor store. He finally got that. And he goes, I just need football. I'm like, well, you got it tonight, Jay.
It's back, baby.
21 straight Thursdays.
You think he'll watch the whole thing?
Yes.
Oof.
You don't think so?
I do. No, I do. I'm just thinking about watching the whole thing.
How many people in Kansas City or anywhere really are going to watch that entire game? What do you think the number is at the start versus the number at the beginning of people watching? Be huge at the beginning.
Oh, it'll be big at the beginning.
Massive at the beginning, right?
It'll decrease by 85% after the first, I'll say quarter, but really 30 minutes, 20
and then
minutes.
You're not getting people back after halftime, I wouldn't imagine.
No.
Right? Not
I'm
on this
out.
one, yeah. People are, and maybe if there's nothing going on, you're just kind of flipping around or something like that.
Maybe
You
like,
can see that.
keep it on for a second.
Coming up in this segment, you got to be listening because we're going to give you a pair of tickets to go see the Advent Championship at Blue Hills Country Club. So many PGA Tour cards are going to be on the line, and this is going to be your chance to see the future stars of the PGA Tour right here at Blue Hills. It's going to be on the Golf Channel, so maybe you get on TV, you can wave. Tom Watson is going to be out there as well. He's ahead of the tournament.
Yes!
So when you hear that drop, be caller number 5 to 913-586-7965, and you will win those tickets, and we'll do it again tomorrow to get that Advent Health Championship at Blue Hills Country Club. Did you hear this announcer in baseball last night? I mean, that guy was incredible. Apparently, the Phillies did a auction, and this guy, I don't want to say won because he paid money for this, for their charity. This guy won money or spent money to win the auction to be in the booth, to be the announcer. And he may have just Wally pipped every announcer in Major League Baseball. This guy was incredible last night.
Thank you, Scott. It's a thrill to be here. It's a lifelong dream to be in the Phillies broadcast booth. So here we go. Painter with the first pitch to Ortiz. It's in there for strike one call. Phil's with 2 in the bottom of the second to take the lead. As we start the top of the third now, Painter delivers. It's bounced foul towards the Phillies dugout. And they count 1-1. Phillies winning the first 2 games of this series. 1 more to go tomorrow night, and then a 3-game set with the Blue Jays
That's
over the
fantastic.
weekend. Now Painter delivers.
Sounds
It's
amazing.
a check swing. It's a called strike 3. He got him.
He's a
So
little
Ortiz
nasally,
down.
talking through his nose a little bit,
Yeah,
little
he's a
nasally
little
like that.
nasally. That's old school.
Yeah, but that's old school baseball announcing right there. That guy was incredible. I mean, just to be involved in the game like he was, giving you the standings, what's coming up, like.
Yeah, they won first 2 games of the series.
I mean, incredible.
It's incredible. It's awesome too because he just gets going. Yeah, thank you. It's been a dream, and here we go. First pitch, and
Right,
it's like,
and
all right,
just
boom,
right into it,
we're
like
in.
he had done this 1,000 times.
Wow,
so good, so fantastic.
Get him a
Round of
gig.
applause for that guy because, I mean, he was outstanding.
He was incredible.
Stunningly good.
No, seriously.
Like you would listen to that game. I was like, okay, when's the winner going to take over?
Exactly.
Because I'm still listening to this professional announcer. Oh, this is the guy that
This
won
is
the
guy?
contest?
He's never done this.
Holy cow.
He's got a talent.
Yeah.
He really does.
It was beautiful, man. It was so cool to listen to that guy.
It is cool. That's a
damn.
dream, man. That's got to be a dream for him.
And you got to think the other guys in the booth that are doing this, like, oh my God, we may lose our jobs.
You're like, okay, that's enough from you.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right, you're good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care. Well, we hope this is a quick inning. Thanks, John, Joe, whatever your name. Get the hell out of here.
Get out of
quick.
here. My
Before anybody
God.
get your phone number.
Getting Wally pipped
Yeah.
right before my eyes.
I mean, right as I'm on the air.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. So that was fun to see that last night in Philadelphia. What was also fun last night was to see this game in Cleveland last night or not in Cleveland last night. I guess it was the Mets were playing last night. And there's a pitcher that they have by the name of Jeffrey Yan, Jefry space Yan, Yan. This guy's been out of baseball for like 5 years.
The Mets found him somewhere, some way, somehow, because the Mets. And he goes out there last night and gets a strikeout. And he celebrated like I've never seen a guy celebrate a strikeout before. This guy strikes a dude out, jumps straight up in the air, comes down, does a full split on the field, bounces back up, next pitch. Let's go.
He does it he strikes out the side. He strikes out 3 in a row.
Yeah.
In the bottom of the 8th and does it every time he gets it.
That's right.
Oh, my gosh.
Have you ever seen anything like this guy before?
No, this is incredible.
It's
I need
awesome,
more of this.
right? We need more of Jeffrey Yan.
Give me Jeffrey Yan. He does even like a little like Michael Jackson slide after that third strike. He's like, boom, after the splits. I'm like, dude, let's go.
Like, this guy is phenomenal.
That's what we need in sports, baby.
Right.
Give me that personality. Give me the entertainment.
Oh, I'm sure old scene baseball man is pissed that this guy's infiltrating baseball with his celebrations and antics. He's showing up other players. The sanctity of the game. Suck it, old man. Get bent. Seriously, this Jeffrey Yan guy is so cool. This is the best. And the story makes it even better. I'll just read from MLB.com. For most of a half decade, Jeffrey Yan woke up at 5 a.m. and went straight to one of the odd jobs he held at the time. Yan liked roofing because of the camaraderie, but it was difficult to work in the Arizona heat. He despised home delivery because, quote, I had to carry a lot of refrigerators. At 2 o'clock each day, Yan would hustle home, shower, eat a quick lunch, then would head to the baseball field or gym where he spent his afternoons and evening trying to revive his career. When he was 17, he made his debut in the Dominican Summer League team pitching for the Angels. He had just celebrated his 19th birthday, blew out his elbow, resulting in a lengthy rehab process that led him to spend 4 years out of professional baseball. He was 25 when he returned and began attracting attention for his mound celebrations. He was 26 when those became viral. He's now 2 weeks shy of his 30th birthday, and he's finally back up at the big league level. Can you imagine that, man?
That's so cool.
This guy's roofing houses in Arizona, busting his ass to try to get out in front of somebody to gain some attention, and he does it. And he makes it back to the big leagues. And I know it's the Mets, and they don't have a lot of guys on their roster. Stop. No, but that's what people will say. Well, it's the Mets, and if the Mets didn't get rid of everybody, they wouldn't have this guy.
You make the Mets.
Yeah, exactly. You go out there and make the Mets.
You go do it.
This is really cool that he did this, and he's made this team. And if he wants to celebrate every strikeout like it's the greatest thing in the world, he should do it. We need more Jeffrey Yans in this world than we do people who don't like the fact that he celebrates. I just don't understand why in baseball celebrating is looked at to be this devil lettuce, if you will.
I mean, it's kind of is in sports, right? Like we do this in football. I mean, they call the flags on taunting. We call them the no fun league for it. I mean, we don't embrace, and I mean, you've talked about this at nauseum. I mean, and it's right. We don't embrace what sports is truly about and why we come back, and that is the entertainment. Of course, the competition, the incredible athletes, all of that is a part of the entertainment. But at the end of the day, this is entertainment.
Right.
And so seeing a guy show a little personality, a little vibrancy, yeah, man, give me that. I love that. That's awesome. And you know what? You add that story onto what he's doing, the splits and the MJ slide and whatever. Dude, this guy has waited and has worked his whole life for this. Yeah, I'm sorry if he's going to do a little jump split. Like, suck it. Like, I don't care. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It is. I want to see this guy pitch every night. I want to see him have fun. But that's where sports is anymore. And that's why baseball is going to struggle if they go to this lockout, Mac, because they live in a world where they think, well, we're baseball and people are always going to be here and watch. And they're not. I'm a big baseball fan. I don't watch much baseball anymore. Well, first of all, we don't have a team that's interesting. And I'm not going to sit there and watch other teams because that's the way the sport is. And so these guys got to get it figured out in Major League Baseball. You got to give the fans what they want. And a long work stoppage isn't something that the fans want. And just rolling out there and saying, we got a game today, that's not bringing fans to the ballpark. You've got to give them an entertainment value for their dollar to go out there. And losing baseball and a free T-shirt ain't cutting it anymore. And people have got to find ways to make the game connect more. And a guy like Jeffrey Yan connects you to the game. He really does, because
he'll bring in everybody.
He's got a great backstory. Everybody's talking about this guy today. I guarantee you. You watch ESPN, you watch any of these networks, you listen to any other radio stations, everybody's going to be talking about this guy today because it's different and it's something we haven't seen before. But you know what? Maybe it now needs to become more of the norm, and it needs to become something that is normalized now. We should not as sports fans, be getting excited because a player celebrated something good that they did. We need to make that normal in sports, right?
Yep.
We've gotten out of that where if you do something good and you celebrate, people are so quick to say you're showing up the other team. But you know what? You know how much hard work and effort and time and sweat and tears that we've put into doing good things to try to make these plays and to try to do these good things? I put in a lot of GD work, man. I'm going to celebrate when I do good.
Absolutely. I mean, if you make a big sale at work or go kill a project or a meeting or whatever, you go out for drinks.
Right.
You fist bump.
Yeah.
You say, heck yeah, I did that. Like,
right.
That's what they get to do on that stage, and that's their moment. That's on the big stage. They get to do that. So I love this. This is a part of it. We should embrace this more. Also,
and too many people worry about, like, well, what does that say to the kids? What if Little League? So what if Little Leaguers start doing that? They're kids.
Yes, they're kids.
Stop treating them like they're adults.
99% of them won't get to do this ever. So
Yeah.
let them celebrate. Now, is there too far? Is there of course. There's a line to everything. But doing a jump split and an MJ slide, sign me up every day for that. Also, yeah, to your point, man, Major League Baseball, they need to be careful because this is not 30 years ago, 20 years ago, whenever they, locked out in the 90s. Like, we have other things. Forget, sports. We've got a million streaming services. We've got TV shows. We've got things to watch. We've got other things that will entertain us. You will be left by the wayside quickly.
Very fast.
Quickly. I mean, you're a P1 baseball fan. You're already talking about, my team's not interesting. You're talking about lockouts. I'm kind of out on this. And then there are other people who I know you disagree with this. Dodgers ruining baseball. Yeah, I'm kind of out on this. Like, I'll go find something else, right? Like, there are other things. You're not the leader anymore. Forget the major three. I'm not even talking major four sports. Like, people like soccer now, they'll go EPL. People like UFC and MMA, like we will F1. That there's a million things that you can go watch and get attached to that aren't going to every 10 years say, see you later. We're not making enough money.
Really, since I just pick a date, let's say 2000, just for argument's sake, this century, right? The NFL has been king. The NFL's really been king since baseball went on strike 32 years ago in 1994, right about this time, actually. We may be sitting on the day that baseball actually went on strike back in 1994 because we're very close to that. And so once baseball went on strike, the NFL took over. They never relinquished that. And Vern always says it's not just Major League Baseball, but it's everybody else fighting for the NFL scraps, right? And they're now, compared to where we were in the year 2000, there are so many more opportunities out there for scraps. It's not just the four major sports leagues anymore. As Mac mentioned, it's all your streaming services. It's all the other stuff that we have out there that is, gaining our attention, whether it's your smartphone that didn't exist, back in 1994. You've got to find a way to be top of mind and constantly out there reminding people that you're here and having players like this guy, Jan, all over Major League Baseball that are exciting and that are fun and that are awesome. That brings people to the party. It's not the deadheads that sit there and complain that this guy is having an impact and what are the kids going to do when they're celebrating. I don't know. The Royals put out bad City Connect uniforms because the kids like them. So obviously you're trying to market to the young kids.
It's just something new.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, this guy's new and it's different. And baseball needs to embrace that.
Yes.
That's what baseball needs to do. Embrace the young guys, man. And I give the Royals credit for trying those City Connect jerseys. They didn't hit with a lot of people, but you're going after the young kids because you're trying to push the product on the young kids and create fans. And I think this guy could create a ton of fans by doing that.
417 says 94 strike was August 12th. So
okay, I was close. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So within a week, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That is crazy. But to your point, you look at the sports that have succeeded, they've changed with time.
Mm-hmm.
They've been a part of evolution, whereas baseball, yes, we know the rules and the game's quick, and they've done a great job with that. I mean, it's brought me in these last 4 or 5 years, right? Like the game speeding up, those sorts of exciting things. But
you can't go away now.
No, you can't go away and leave it alone. And again, to the entertainment point, you've got to have personalities as well. We see those in the NFL. They do a great job, whether it's with quarterback or whether it's just with players and press conferences, whatever it is. NBA is the king of personalities, the king of drama.
Mm-hmm.
They own that landscape. MLB.
What's your identity if you're Major League Baseball right now, right?
Exactly. Sure, the game's quick. ABS is awesome. I love that. But other than that, what do you have? Personality-wise, talk about the best players in the league. I don't know squat about them. They're not interesting. Shohei's not interesting. Bobby Witt Jr. is not interesting.
Not interesting.
These guys do not interest me. So that's only going to the new sport, the flashy new rules, things like that will keep me for a certain amount of time. But to your point, as soon as my team's competitiveness starts to wane, as soon as whatever NFL comes back, whatever it may be, I'm out.
Yeah.
I need something else that's going to stick me to your sport, and Major League Baseball seems to just not get that.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't let this guy get ruined by the old people in baseball. Yeah, hopefully they allow him to continue to celebrate. I guarantee you Manfred's really excited about it, and I'm being serious about that.
Good. I was going to say, is that facetious?
No, I think so. I mean, he's the one who changed all these rules that nobody liked. He went over the old heads, and
That's
so
true. That's a good point.
I'm sure he is embracing this, and I'm sure he wants more players to celebrate and do all that kind of stuff. It's just fun.
Yeah, if you haven't looked it up, Jeffrey with one F.
Yep.
Jeffry, Yan, Yan. You should look this out. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Very, very fun.
The dancing is fun, but the story is even better. This is a guy, and that's why we should all be rooting for this guy. This guy was like roofing houses and came back, and he's playing Major League Baseball. It's really cool. For whatever reason, the other day on X, and usually when you find something on X, you always say, why is this on X? But this was actually really cool for me to kind of go through, and it was a list of the 30 greatest college basketball coaches of all time, and it's put out by the College Basketball Report. And I sent this to Mac yesterday, and I'm like, look at all the Kansas ties that are in this on this list. I mean, Dean Smith, Roy Williams, Adolph Rupp, Bill Self, John Calipari. You look at Fog Allen, Larry Brown. Those are just a couple of the names on the list that have these direct Kansas connections, and they all seemingly are some of the legends of the game. The one thing that stood out to me, though, on this list where they have Bill Self at number 9, Fog Allen 23, Larry Brown 25, Roy Williams number 4. Basically, every coach at Kansas is on that list. Yes. Seriously, think about it. The only people who aren't on that list are Naismith and God, who's the guy before Larry Brown that I'm drawing a blank on right now?
You'd know better than me.
I'm drawing a complete and total blank.
I'll get it for you before Larry Brown. Ted Owens. Ted Owens. Yeah.
So Ted Owens
was still there for 20 years.
Yeah, right. And then that's the thing. Like Ted is looked at as like the least accomplished coach.
He won 66% of his games.
That's right.
Over 20 years.
Yeah. So pretty remarkable coach.
Yeah, 2 Final Fours.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's insane.
People look at him like,
Ted Owens.
Ted Owens years weren't that great, but no, I mean they were pretty good. And then Larry came in, then Roy came in. Larry, Roy, Bill. I think Larry Brown is the greatest basketball coach in the history of the world. He's won a title at every level: high school, college, pros, Olympics, all that. I mean, nobody's ever done anything like that in any other sport, right? Larry Brown is unbelievable. But all these Kansas ties, like Adolph Rupp, I mean, people know, or people may not know, like he grew up in Kansas and played for James Naismith and then played for Fog Allen and then went on and started Kentucky. Dean Smith played for Fog Allen and then went on and started the University of North Carolina, which brought us Roy Williams. I mean, it's just the lineage is so fun to talk about with college basketball. Kelvin Sampson makes this list. Bob Huggins makes this list. But the thing that I notice most, besides all the Kansas connections to this list, I don't know that we're ever going to see an active coach again make this list, because Brad Stevens comes in at number 29. He hasn't coached college basketball in over a decade.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he only coached for
a hot minute.
Yeah, 7 seasons.
But went to 2 national championship games, right?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Back-to-back, I believe. Yep.
Yeah. So Brad Stevens makes that list. But the one thing that really stands out, not a lot of active coaches on this list. And I don't know that we'll ever see, once Bill and Kelvin and Izzo and guys like that retire, I don't know that we'll see legends of the game anymore in college basketball or even college football, Mac, for that matter.
No, I think, I mean, football might be easier, but with college basketball and the NBA, it's just the things have went topsy-turvy, and they've done a complete 180 these last 5 seasons, where now the NBA seems to be the sport with the continuity and seems to be the team where you can actually build a culture. It's why Dusty May, who was the guy these last couple of years, obviously just won a national championship with Michigan, says, I'm going to leave now because I can actually go coach the same players for more than 1 season, 2 seasons at max, and build a culture, have an identity. I mean, you've got him and Kelvin Sampson, I think, and obviously Bill Self, Calipari. There's obviously 4 or 5 current coaches, but most of them are at the end of their rope.
Right.
Matt Painter is the one guy I could really think of with Purdue who would have a chance, has been to one Final Four, has been to multiple Elite Eights, has obviously had success, has top draft picks every season, a great recruiter, hasn't been able to get the job done, and it's so hard to do in college basketball. But again, who's to say if he gets the job done once, doesn't go straight to the NBA?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at this point,
guys are bouncing.
They're bouncing. They're going to make the same amount of money, and they're actually going to be able to have control and be able to do stuff and not begging 18-year-olds to come play with you for one season and pay you $8 million. And I'm a Darren Peterson truther, but you can't tell me a lot of that wasn't a headache for Bill Self last season.
Of course it was.
Whether it was legitimate, whether it wasn't, that was a lot. And who knows? He may be in for the same thing here with Tyron Stokes. And if that's the case, Bill Self may just be going, you know, this is ridiculous.
You mentioned Dusty May. Where did he coach last year?
Michigan.
Excuse me. Woo.
Bless you.
What did he do at Michigan?
Won a natty.
Where's he now?
The NBA with the Dallas Mavericks.
Exactly my point. If we can't keep Dusty May in college,
the guy
that just won a national championship at a major university, if we can't keep that guy around, what does that say about the future of the sport?
Yep.
How are we going to develop these new legends of the game if the sport continues to lend itself to be what the NBA used to be?
I mean, Dusty May's only 49 years old.
That's what
he could
I'm
have
saying.
had 20 more years in college basketball, been a great. And now he's
Yeah.
like, no, why would I do that? I'm
Right.
going to see you later. I mean, I wonder if Dan Hurley last season's like, damn it, maybe the Lakers would have been a good gig. Maybe that would have been better than
Maybe.
this. Who knows? I mean, obviously, he was just in the national championship. He's a legend, and he figures it out. And UConn emptied their wallets for him more than maybe even the Lakers were going to do. So maybe that's a different set of standards. But still, I think we're going to see that more and more and more.
Yeah, I think
You're
so
right.
too. I just don't think we're going to develop those legends of the game anymore, and it really stinks. I mean,
does
just the reality is, like, for years and forever, really, college sports, you identified with the coach, right? With the coach. I mean, there was a video, and but this is how you identify with coaches. So 30 years ago at Pitt State, and their coach Chuck Broyles is down there. Like, everybody identified with him. Even at the smaller universities where coaches dominate for years, you identify with the coach of that university. And those days, I think, are done. I think they're gone. I don't think there's going to be any of those guys that are walking around like the Bill Selfs and the Tom Izzos and the John Calipari's anymore. The guys are not going to stay around in college and deal with what they have to deal with these days.
Watson, yes!
Caller number 5 right now, going to win those tickets to go see golf at Blue Hills, the Advent Health Championship at Blue Hills Country Club, where PGA Tour cards are on the line. Caller number 5, 913-586-7965. We'll take those home. Coming up, Ben Maller and my buddy Ralph each got one of these this week, and I can't believe they would purchase it. Next.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Emmett Johnson, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
When it comes to my policy, Farmers gives it to me straight, so there's no surprises.
It's your coverage. You should never be confused.
You hear that? An insurance provider with a conscience.
We're a choir, but yes, we have that too.
Straightforward coverage you can literally understand. That's what you get when
you have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Hey, this is Lauren. And a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's going to add the protein that you need. The eggs with those crispy nuggets. It's the ultimate combo.
Hi, this is Maya, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's packed with protein. Having Chick-fil-A chicken in a breakfast burrito is just phenomenal to me. You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns. It's just complete, honestly.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Hey, it's Brew, and I feel like everything in my life depends on being connected. Whether I'm uploading a video, hopping on a call before my show, or video chatting with my family back in Michigan, I never have to think about my Wi-Fi. And that's why Xfinity stands out. You get the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, you can get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
There's enough needless nonsense in the world already. Your phone plan shouldn't add to it. Verizon's new Simplicity plan cuts down on the nonsense in your life. Now there's just one plan, one price, $30 a line per month, even for a single line. And everyone gets our best 5G network. It's a phone plan designed to do exactly what a phone plan is supposed to do. Isn't that a lot simpler? Switch today at Verizon.com or at your nearest store. For new customers, $30 per line includes auto pay and switch discount. Additional taxes, fees, and terms apply. Unlimited data is restricted to on-device smartphone usage. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Man, that was the insurance company again.
What'd they say?
They want another statement, more paperwork. They're telling me what my car's worth. Now they want all my medical records.
Dude, why are you dealing with all that?
Call the Car Crash Kings.
One call and they deal with the insurance company for you. The calls, the paperwork, the negotiations. You just focus on getting better.
Hurt in a car wreck? Don't do it yourself. Call the Car Crash Kings. It's what we do.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely from advertisements.
Go to 965thefan.com for your chance to win Kansas City Chiefs scratch tickets, plus a chance for the grand prize Chiefs bundle, which includes a framed jersey and a signed photo. All thanks to our friends at the Kansas Lottery.
Drew, get your butt in here. Get in here, Drew. Let's go. We've got to talk to you about this one. Got to get everybody's opinion on this one.
He's on his way.
Because I was mortified that this conversation took place once, let alone twice in my life in the same week. For years, I would tell people, and my mother thinks I'm nuts, right? All my friends
she may be right
texting Ted Owens and guys. Dick Harp also not on the list for the University of Kansas. Another one of their coaches. So 3 of the 7 I think that they had didn't make the list of top 30 all time. And
Crazy.
so I for years I would tell my mother this. And we talked about my dad's bathroom habits last week on the radio. Very bad. Very bad bathroom habits. Very bad. He's afraid to poop anywhere other than home or a hotel room, okay? And so they got a bidet installed years ago, and I've been telling people about this bidet that they got, right? No. And so my buddy Ralph calls me. He goes, going to Home Depot, buying a bidet, putting it in today. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, game changer. I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm listening to Ben Maller this morning talk about the bidet that he has, and he has a bidet. And I'm like, you got a bidet too? Why? And he goes, well, it saves on toilet paper. I'm like, I've been telling people for years, I poop on the outside to save on toilet paper. By the time you use toilet paper in your flush, you're saving yourself 7 to 10 cents. Every time you poop on the outside, that's free money. That is free money. And so Ben says to me today, he goes, yeah, I do it because you save money on toilet paper. I'm like, see, I'm not the only one who does this, who poops outside to save on toilet paper.
So you're strategic in the placement of...
Yeah. Like, I don't care. I'll go anywhere. It doesn't matter to me, right? I've pooped in some bad places in my life. It just doesn't bother me.
Yeah, when you have to poop, you have to poop.
You have to go. There used to be an old Phillips 66 at the corner of 71 and like right there at Emmanuel Cleaver Boulevard, right east of the plaza.
This is your spot. You know the address.
It was so bad. It was like a decrepit gas. It's a beautiful new gas station there, but this you got to get the key and go around back. It was awful.
One of those.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Awful.
BBL
Stinky. Yeah, you got to get the key. You know you're going into a real bathroom, right? So this bidet conversation is taken off. My parents got one. Ralph's getting one. Maller's putting a bidet in. Are you guys in on bidets or not?
I've never used one before, so I don't know what that experience is like.
Yeah, they say it's very clean.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah. But I'm not in on that at all. Like, I got dude wipes, man. Let's go.
Yeah, the concept of a bidet sounds it's weird. It's just a little weird. Like, I wonder.
Yes, it's.
I don't need to experience that because I have dude wipes or toilet paper. Like I don't need to experience that.
But everybody says it's a game changer. Now, I've used the one at my parents' house. They got a heated toilet seat, which is very bad in and of itself. You're already warming the toilet seat. It feels bougie. It's not, though. It's not great. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it.
They had the heated toilet seat at the resort that we were at for the honeymoon. I will say I liked the heated seat. They had a bidet as well, which at first when we got there, I'm like, oh, sweet bidet. Didn't use it once.
You didn't? You didn't even try it out?
You should have tried it.
How do you not try it?
I've tried them before.
Okay, you have.
I've tried them before, and so I've liked them in the past. So when I thought it was there, I was like, oh, dude, this will be great bidet. And I just,
Would you say that it is because it feels like, just the word itself, bidet. It feels like you're a part of the elite in society when you have a
French. Yeah. It's probably a French word for clean your ass or something. In France they go bidet.
Might as well be.
I don't think it. No, I'm out on that.
I'm also out.
I don't think it. Like everybody says, it's cleaner and it cleans you better. I just don't know that it can.
That's the thing I've heard the most is that it cleans you better. Which I'm not saying that. Look. It's good to be confident. I think I can clean myself fine.
Fairly well.
Right now.
Yeah, right.
Or as of right now. Now, maybe when I'm older, maybe I'm not able to. And then the bidet is actually worth having. But right now, I'm capable of
Well, it is true. My parents, Ralph, Maller, all old people. But I mean, no, I'm Mac, are you in or out on the bidet? That you said you've used it before, but then you had an opportunity to use it and you didn't use it.
Didn't use it once for a whole week. I'll go neutral. I'm not out, but I will say the heated toilet seat, I'm in.
Really?
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I didn't like it.
I
I
think it warms it up. I think it loosens everything up and just kind of boom.
Okay, but here's the thing. It feels like somebody's ass was just on it. Have you ever sat on a hot toilet seat in a public restroom?
That's the worst.
That's fair. I guess it was nice because it was it was in the personal bathroom, so I knew. But you're right. I wouldn't like that in a public bathroom because then I'm like, dude, you're freaking.
I mean, we've all sat on a toilet seat that was warm, and you're like, whose hairy ass was just here?
I'm always sure when particularly if it's not in my own place, I will wipe the toilet. I
got Lysol wipes. I bring them in here. I Lysol wipe the toilet seat every time.
I will wipe the toilet seat, even if it's just with with a piece of toilet paper. I will wipe the toilet seat.
I mean, I Lysol the studio every morning when I come in too and wipe it down. I do. I mean, that's just the way it's always been for me.
I'm not playing with that. Nope.
816 says this really is a crappy conversation.
Yeah, it is absolutely. So I am anti-bidet, just for everybody who's scoring at home. What's coming up on your guys' show today?
Oh, well, the guys are out at camp again. We're going to have Jack.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have Jack Cochran on the show.
Yeah.
Also, Spags and Peter Woods, I think, will carry live.
Good. Let's go. P. Wood.
I like Peter Woods. That's a good one to carry live today.
His name has come up so much. I'm convinced that he needs to play more than Tonga from the jump.
Absolutely. That better be the case.
If he's that guy, he should be playing from the jump because I think him and Chris Jones can couple each other so well.
Let me ask you guys this. When was the last time we had this much hype around a defensive tackle? It has to be Chris Jones.
Right?
And when was Chris Jones picked? Third round?
Second.
Top
of the second round.
Okay. Mississippi State. But Karlaftis, I'm wondering.
Maybe a little bit.
He was a first-round pick. He was an edge.
Is that make it different,
This seems
though?
different, though.
This does. This seems like legitimate. This doesn't seem like, draft pick hype. This seems like, no, dude, he's destroying Trey Smith in camp.
I mean, before last year, I'm sure Bink could talk more to this because him and Chris did the mock drafts and stuff, but I think Peter Woods was considered to be like a top five talent, just straight up, as a defensive tackle. This dude could be good enough to get picked in the top 5. So thinking along the same lines of the Josh Simmons thing where, hey, they might have gotten a steal because this guy fell because of the medical stuff and all the question marks. Peter Woods might have just fallen because he didn't have that good of a season, or if you can have a potential Pro Bowl left tackle and then a potential Pro Bowl defensive tackle just fall into your laps. I mean, I don't think you can ask for much else if you're the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And they're very lucky to be able to get a guy like Peter Woods. They're lucky Clemson stunk last year because that's why Peter Woods fell.
Yeah,
at least
for sure.
I'm a truther, obviously. That's what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
He would have been a at least top 10 pick if Clemson had their normal season, right? If they were a good football team. I think he suffered because that team suffered last year.
Yeah, and I think, Drew, you bring up a good point about him playing snaps immediately. It was something that was so frustrating last year with these young guys not getting the opportunities. This team can't afford that. This team, I was talking to Bob before the show started, in my opinion, 2, probably 3 rookies need to stand out this year in order for this team to compete. And in order for that to happen, you've got to give them the snaps and the opportunities. Peter Woods looks like he's already earned that starting spot right next to 95.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know what more this guy needs to do to say that he's going to be, the starter on opening night. Now, also too, I don't want to caution, but just let everybody know, you don't trade Trent McDuffie, you don't have Peter Woods on your team. That's the first pick that they used in that Trent McDuffie trade.
Is true.
And so we're going to start following all of those picks. I can't remember the other 2 that they got. I know one is next year, but there's another kid they drafted this year.
Well, they got Nussmeier, and they got
Nussmeier,
and they got Emmett Johnson.
Yeah,
and then a 2027 third-round pick.
Yeah. Nussmeier is going to be a good one. We're not going to see a lot of Nussmeier, but it's going to save the team so much money on a backup quarterback now that they can go and use that money elsewhere and use that towards other positions, which they will do. And then, of course, Emmett Johnson, you and I, Mac, have been excited about this kid since we saw him drafted. And so if the Trent McDuffie trade gives you similar return on investment that the Tyreek Hill trade did, I mean, my God.
The one thing that's good about the one thing that's really good about the Trent McDuffie trade, I still am pro. I would not have traded him.
Okay.
I still would have kept him, but you get multiple options to get the talent of one guy. So using that on running back and on defensive tackle, next year we'll see what they do. It's going to make the team all around maybe a little bit better.
Yeah, and
at this point is what the team needs.
Absolutely.
Depth.
You need depth. You need to improve at every position. But also, too, you look at this trade, these guys are now the grandfathers of the Tyreek Hill trade. Like, we're going to keep tracing that trade back because Tyreek Hill gets traded. You get your picks. You drafted Trent McDuffie. You traded Trent McDuffie. Now you've got Peter Woods.
Ancestry.com, but for Chiefs trades.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's how you have to dial it back, right? Without these shrewd moves. That's why, like in baseball, you're not making these shrewd moves. You're sitting on your hands and you're watching guys come back at 37 and 38 years old to pitch in a half season. Like, you've got to move forward as an organization. And that's why, from my standpoint, we traded Tyreek Hill. Everybody should be in conversation about trading because look at how this organization, the Chiefs, progressed by trading Tyreek Hill, which begat Trent McDuffie, which begat Peter Woods. I mean, and oh, by the way, won a couple of championships along the way as well.
Damn right.
Part of being a good GM is knowing when to get out on a player, and Brett Veach nailed that with Tyreek Hill. Absolutely nailed that, and they may nail it again with Trent McDuffie. If Peter Woods is pushing double-digit sacks
100%.
this year.
Well, I mean, it's just the pressure numbers, too. If he and Jones are wreaking havoc up the middle and allowing Karlaftis and Mason to get home, I don't care if he's finishing sacks. If he's creating the pressure, I know I'm the pressure numbers guy, I'm sorry, but if he's doing that, with Chris Jones next to him, you will see the sack numbers go up.
Yeah,
you will
100%.
absolutely see the sack numbers go up.
It'll be a huge eye test this year. We will know probably by October 1st if Peter Woods can play in this league, and we all think he's going to be outstanding.
I think he's going to be a stud.
I'm so happy that football's here.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
Yeah, finally, it's back, right?
We got college football this month. We got NFL preseason. It's
I
great.
know that
How
hard.
so
Are you going
good.
to watch the game tonight?
Yeah, when are you out?
I might have it on background.
Okay.
I do. I'm intrigued to see how Carson Beck does a little bit.
That's the one
early,
intriguing
though.
piece.
Yeah. I'll probably watch the first quarter and then be done with it after that.
Okay, good.
Okay, we're
Perfect.
probably
Yeah.
at the same.
Same,
Yeah,
same. Yeah, cool.
15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then
And then everybody's bouncing. When you realize that you have it on because you didn't realize what you were watching for a while, we all get that like, oh, what the hell am I watching? Oh, and then it's halftime. People will bounce after halftime.
The score's 10-9 at halftime. Get me out of here.
Get me out of here for this one. All right, you guys are coming up. Cody and Gold and Drew.
Thanks
They're
for
up
having
at
me,
training camp, of course. Mac, it's
Thanks,
good
Drew.
to have you back.
Hey, thanks, man. I'm glad to be back.
So,
Let's go.
We will see you back here tomorrow for a Friday, but Cody, Gold, and Drew live from training camp next.